Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Snark Tank Podcast. It's me, your host, Chris, and we're joined by the rest of them, Derek and Sweeney. We're remote again. Kingston had a fever of, I think, 216. So we're going to stay away from him. That is
so bad. That is such a bad fever. I think you would just die.
That's what I said when you told me.
I think getting above like 9 degrees is already like you're suffering brain damage, I think.
No, I don't think so. 9 degrees?
I think 9 degrees higher than normal. Yeah, if you're at that for a long time, you start suffering brain damage.
If your internal temperature is running at 9 degrees, that's
9 degrees above your natural state. Like 96.7 or 97.
You clocked yourself at 9 degrees before?
That's crazy. I'm 4 degrees right now with the heart rate of 7.
Yeah,
that's pretty intense.
That's pretty good.
Welcome to the show. We're remote again. Depending on, I don't know, we're feeling out. Derek's sick because of Kingston. He brought back a disease from Costa Rica,
and then I'm sick because of me. Yeah, sorry.
Now
relapsed.
Yeah,
it's fate. It was the universe getting back at me for getting you sick. Literally, I was like, I'm fine yesterday for the most part, and then I took a long nap, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
So
you were fucking playing in a trench with your fucking nephews again or something.
I hate those little niggas, man. I can't stand how often they get me sick. They get me sick every time I see them, especially the little one, the littlest one. He's a little fat of germs.
Yeah, well, such is life, you know.
Spray them with Lysol. That's what I do.
That's crazy.
Kids are around, I just spray them in the eyes, and then they don't forget.
If I'm dirty, I'll get sprayed in the eyes.
That's just how it works, man.
Well, we're remote again, so next week maybe we'll be back to normal. I think by then probably that's more than enough time.
Should be.
Based on
if like one of us doesn't die from being so sick, we'll be back to normal.
Yeah, I'm betting on you.
I'm betting on you. I give it to you.
Yeah, I'm getting better, man.
I bounced back pretty quick.
I'm not getting worse like you right now, so my money's on you dying.
I'm still putting it on you.
Everybody open up your everybody open up your legally questionable betting app. Okay? I don't know, I think Clashy or something.
Let's make a Deadpool.
Yeah.
And take a bet on who's going to die by the next episode. Could be any one of us.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea. Patreon.com/SnarkTank. Remember, you can go over there, ask us questions, send us suggestions, early access, ad-free, exclusive episodes. Get the fuck over there. I'm not playing around anymore. I'm so serious. Go over there, like the videos if you're watching on YouTube. All the rigmarole. Comment if you want. All the bullshit. All the stuff you're sick of hearing from everybody else, I unfortunately have to remind you. I got to remind you to do this because it's all over. You know, everyone's getting dumber. Everybody's getting stupid. Nobody can read no more. I don't know if you saw the GOP. Did you see that thing from like a couple days ago where they had that big document that shows like, look, here it is, plain as day. The Democrats want to give illegal immigrants health care. And then you literally read what it says, and it's like not true at all. Like on the fucking document that they shared as proof. It's over. So I got to remind you also, if you're listening to this and you forgot all these things, you forgot to like and subscribe, remember to take a breath. Remember to drink water. Remember to do all the things that keep you fucking alive.
Maybe
most of you do it. If you're hate watching, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, just keep hate watching. Keep doing that.
Keep hate watching. Yeah, keep going.
Hate watching is fascinating to me.
It makes sense.
It is. It is. I don't hate watch anybody. I've had. I know there are people I don't like where I see clips of them every so often because someone shares it or whatever. But I don't. The idea of like sitting like I would never sit in on Asmongold's stream.
No.
You know what I mean? I would never sit there and be like, I want to hear 15 hours of what this guy has to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I every once in a while, like all those streamers, they all kind of operate the same way, which is, it's fine. It's like you're talking for like a couple minutes and then you read the chat and then you respond to that and then you go back to what you're saying and then you go back to the chat. So it's like a revolving what do you call it? Like engagement. And every time I see, they'll be engaging with those hate watchers a lot of times. You can tell the ones that are just there, they don't like the person, they keep commenting, but they keep talking to them. So I'm like, I guess they want them there or something, because like they keep giving them the thing that and I just wonder what those people, because like we all have a finite amount of time, right? Like especially if you become an adult, and adult haters are the craziest to me, because I'm like, bro, how do you're neglecting something?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you can't
That's
be
crazy.
You can't be tending to your entire life if you're wasting your time doing that. But God bless. People want to spend their time however they want. Feel free.
Sure.
Have a great time. Did you see that? Did you see that clip earlier today of Hasan Piker tasing his dog? Did you see that?
No.
Was that real?
Dude, so I'm not even telling the truth. He turned around in his chair and took a taser out and shot his dog with the two-prong taser thing and electrocuted it until there was smoke coming off of it.
What a sick bastard.
I'm not even exaggerating.
What,
you're not even exaggerating.
Are you sure? Do you know what exaggerating means?
I swear it means
dog was smoking. That's crazy.
I don't know what exactly.
I didn't know that they did that. I didn't know dogs could smoke.
They can
yeah,
smoke.
I mean, if you tase them for long enough.
You never seen one of those old Pinocchio movies where the dogs are literally smoking?
Cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, I meant
stupid.
Yeah, that is true. You proved me wrong. That is proof that dogs can smoke.
Stupid motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah. There's not a lot of stuff to talk about, really, especially in the time that it's been since we recorded last. So we're gonna lean on questions. Also, everybody's sick, Kingston mainly. So we're gonna focus on questions today, and because Kingston's sick, he's going to be answering all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Derek are not going to do a damn thing. We're not going to. It's all on him. So be prepared.
All eyes on me.
Yeah. Actual Sween quote, episode 277. What if instead of Spirited Away, and then it goes on to some N-word pun? It cuts off. I can't finish.
All eyes on me.
He says, he said, Chris, did you hear how Eric Adams misspoke about going to Albania instead of Albany after dropping out of the race?
He didn't
and
say
had
that.
and had to follow through on going to Albania instead of Albany.
He said Albania twice.
No, what I think is like he said Albania and refused to admit that he misspoke. So he just booked a trip to Albania to just make it so he wasn't lying. Or make it so he didn't misspeak?
No.
Look, I don't know how true this is. I have literally never heard of this. This is a write-in. I'm going to choose to believe it, though, because that is very funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. To just be so against just admitting even just like a minor level of fault. Like everybody misspeaks. Being so against that to be like, I meant Albany, but I can't not do what I said I was going to do. So let's go to Albania. Let's find something to do in Albania. That is an amazing premise.
He goes to visit Axel Bronson.
Who's that? Who even is that?
He's the only Albanian artist I know. And Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa's Albanian?
Yeah, half Albanian.
I thought she
What
was
the hell
just
is
a
this?
slut.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
I don't. Albanians aren't even real.
There was quite a few of them when we lived near where we grew up.
Whenever
you say that about every single subcategory of person, and it's not true.
There were quite a bit of Albanians.
There were a lot of Aboriginals around where we grew up. There were a lot of Inuits.
I can prove you wrong because I will call one of our friends and they'll be like, "Yeah, there's quite a few of them." I will do that to you right now.
That's great proof. Okay, I could call anybody and tell and
that.
Text
Okay,
them,
that's crazy.
Say you're Albanian.
So
say
our
you're Albanian
reference,
as a.
So our reference point is I have quite a few friends from that area that were Albanian. They are.
No,
Like, straight up.
no, you're simply lying.
Do you want me to call them right now? I will do it.
I
will do it.
care.
I will actually do it. I'll be like, hey, what ethnicity are you? And they'll be like, oh, or what nationality? And they'll be like, oh, I'm Albanian.
First of all,
no, I'm
nobody
like,
cares.
I'm
Nobody
not
cares to
that
hear
because
that.
I don't. That,
So I'm
I
right.
don't exist.
I don't exist.
And
I
then
like
the
them.
phone
They
hangs
have a
up.
really cool flag. I think they have probably the coolest flag.
Is it the one with Alf on it? And he's like,
No, that's
Yeah, he's like-
Albanian.
He's like,
That's
oh,
Albanian.
right, that's Albania. I forgot. I forgot about Albania.
right.
They have the
Which-
they have the double-sided eagle. They have the eagle going like the two-headed eagle going each side of the wings. It's pretty cool flag.
That's
sounds
gay.
like
I think
sounds
Jamaica's
pretty-
got
That's-
the coolest colors. They
I
got the
mean,
coolest
yeah,
flag.
the colors, but like the coolest flag is them. I think it's them, or it's I don't know. Maybe I think it's them. I think it's just Albania's the coolest flag. Because every other flag is kind of stupid. It's just lines.
I don't think
or
I've ever
some
seen a
shit.
cool flag. I got to be honest.
Really? I've seen cool flags.
Yeah,
I like
The
Cali's
very-
flag.
the Cali's flag is
I like
garbage.
Cali's flag. It's a bear.
All the United States flags are trash. Like I haven't seen. There's no state with a good flag. There's no. I don't know, man. I feel like every flag I see is maybe Japan is the best, but it's because it's so minimalistic that it might as well just be like they whip
such
that
a
up in like
fucking
Adobe
hipster.
Illustrator in like a day.
That's so insane.
that's the
Albania's
best 'cause
flag
it's
is literally
not-
cool. It's literally actually a cool flag. Like actually,
Let's see. Albanian flag.
I'm not even gonna look it up. I'm not gonna waste my time.
You guys are trash human beings. Oh my god, you guys are dog shit.
This looks like a Nazi flag, by the way.
It
Yeah.
does.
I'm sure
Yeah, it's
it does.
literally like it's the kind of thing that you would see on the lapel of like a
I mean, it's
of an SS officer.
When you said
guess, but-
eagle,
two-headed-
I
But all of that stuff was other things. People, like, I guess, I understand what you mean, but like, it's because they took everything that was relatively cool and made it theirs. You know, like everything that sort of had any sort of cool symbolism, you were like, that too, take that and put it over here. Yep, get that.
Yeah, everything that
Those
was
Yeah.
cool clothes, grab that.
They were like, yo,
I don't know
Zyklon
the issue-
A, that's cool. Let's make our own. Let's make Zyklon B.
the issue ultimately is that I can't separate the fact that it's a flag, so it's just a tattering piece of paper in the wind.
That is so.
So
stupid.
nothing on it can be
Just-
cool because it's just paper.
That is
You're
really
just clown.
dumb.
You're just
but I
not built
respect your
for
opinion.
you're just not built for nationality and stupid, pointless national pride.
Symbology,
How-
yeah. I
how
know.
dare you.
Like if they had like a national like weapon or something you could physically hold,
That
you know,
is so
like
cringe.
that would be
So-
sick.
If there was a sword for the nation, I'd be like, hell yeah.
No, even anything like an amulet, a fucking anything that's real.
So do you,
You know that like
hate-
tangible. If they had like a real two-headed eagle,
Oh yeah, well that sure.
Well, that's duh.
Let me ask you a question,
If
Chris. Do
Japan
you-
had
do
a
you
real sun
hate-
that was rising, that'd be really sick.
what were you gonna say?
Oh, do you hate the Puerto Rican flag? Do you?
Got him.
Hate-
I think it's very whatever.
Do you?
I think it's a very whatever flag.
Crazy, dude. That's
You
crazy.
can't-
You have like
you can't
3
hate-
hung up in your house.
You got,
bro.
like,
What do you
17.
mean, my
You
nigga?
have
Oh my god,
Puerto
bro.
Rican flag slippers.
Yeah, but it's like I don't like my last name either, but it's on all my documents.
I literally,
You know, like
I literally have one in my bedroom. Even me, I have one in my bedroom. It's smaller than a St. Tomian flag, but it's there.
What would
we're
you
supposed
change
to.
your name to? Your last name to? You're like, all right, it's time to change my last name.
I would change it. It would probably be a slur, but if I'm not going to make it a slur,
Oh.
I think I would probably make it. I
Uh-huh.
would make it my first name again, but backwards.
How? Damn, I can't do that. I can't do that in my head. I can't do.
I don't know
Would
if
it
I
be
could.
Christopher backwards or would it just be Chris?
It would be Christopher backwards.
That's trash. Don't even, Derek. You can't. Derek, you
What?
can't. Don't hurt yourself.
It's too many. It's too many letters. I can't do it. I can't think of it.
I mean, I hate my last name too. It's clearly a slave's last name,
Well,
but like,
that's sick as fuck.
but I hate
Yeah.
it. I hate that my last name is Jameson. That is clearly an African man's spirit was broken and given that name.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah.
I could make it like a
mean-
a gamer last name, like a really cringe gamer, like I could be
Mercer.
like Chris Ray Pixel Viper.
Okay,
Pixel
that's
Viper.
crazy.
That's so gay.
That's
It is
insane.
really that's like something that's like you're 12 years old and you're making your gamer tag. You know what I mean? It's like I'll be Pixel Viper.
Yeah, that was what my email. My first email was like Pimpmaster3K when I was like 10 years old or something.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
You know what is insane? My
No.
first email address was just my name.
That's I think I had one that was my name.
It was just my name. It was just my name. I didn't really want to.
I didn't do that until I entered the work field.
My email address I made way later on in life, like probably within the last 4 or 5 years, is a stupid name like that.
My first
so
one
you're
was
regressing.
My first one is like, because it's like I just need another email address to get something free. I want another free subscription or something, and I was like, whatever, and I just put something dumb in, and I was like, all right, awesome.
You think? Do you think funny nigga at Gmail is taken?
Of course it's taken. The fuck?
I
tried to get it. I've tried to get it. What do you mean?
What about silly nigga? That one's probably definitely
That's
taken,
probably
right?
that's
Funny
probably
nigga, silly nigga, hilarious nigga, jokey nigga,
Jokey
giggly
nigga.
This sounds like that Jay-Z song.
Yes. Chuckle fuck 13, big dick 98, fucking all
Big
of
Dick
them.
98's a good one. Some
I've
guy in
tried all of
1998
those.
fucking claimed that shit.
So he got it immediately. He was like, "What year is it? And what do I have? I got it."
What do I have? So you got to try them all, like Hotmail, because that was my first email was Hotmail, dude.
I want to do
Hotmail.com.
FN. I want to do FN word, but I know that
Mine
one's
was-
gone. But I'd love
Mine was
to have
AOL.
that.
Mine was
AOL?
AOL, I think. Yeah.
All right,
Mine was I think mine was Hotmail.
Hotmail was hot, man. Like you hear hot, and I'm like, dude, of course I'm going with Hotmail, and then it died. It's
It
gone.
died so quick, it's crazy.
It's a
Died
shame.
so brutally by itself in the street.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, the power of the cum in the penis of my ass wrote it. He says, "Would you lovely boys do an extra ammo pitching a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? We could. That's a fun idea. I don't think I ever thought about that. That would be really fun to do specifically because I know jack shit about the Ninja Turtles.
And I love Ninja Turtles. So
I don't know anything about them.
You guys would
I think
shit on it.
The most I know is that there's like I know Splinter's a rat. I know it was toxic waste that did it to him.
Mhm.
I know their names, but I don't know which one is their name. Like I don't know.
That's better. That's
You
better
don't
than
even know that.
No, I don't know. I don't know which one's Raphael color wise. I don't know. I think Dominic is like the blue one, not Dominic.
Yeah, try again.
Wait.
Try to name them right now. Name them and
Think of the
colorize them.
Renaissance. Think of the Renaissance.
Name them and colorize them.
All right. There's
Make them
Hector.
colored.
There's Hector.
And what color is Hector?
Hector is clear.
Okay.
He's got a clear headband.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going. That's one.
Yeah, and then there's Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then there's Leonardo.
Okay.
Hey, what's Phillips's color?
Black.
Okay. So Hector clear, Phillips
Phillip.
black.
Phillips black. There's Leonardo, who's I think orange.
Orange. Okay.
And then
one more.
And then there's Simuel. And Simuel is his color is Vanta black. It's just black, but it's completely absorbent.
Gotcha. And,
that's what as far as what's the one that I okay, so I know Leonardo, Raphael. That's it though. I don't know the other one.
No hints, Kingston. Yeah, like
I know the Renaissance paper, but I cannot remember. Michelangelo.
And one other one.
But then there's the other one I don't know.
There was one that you almost said it.
Nah, I don't know it, man.
You, with the D. You almost said it.
Oh, Dominguez.
Yeah, DiVincenzo, man. DiVincenzo.
Demetrius.
DeMario.
DeFranco.
DeFranco.
DeMarcus. Dillard. I genuinely don't remember. It's not. Is it not Dominic?
No. Don. Finish it.
Donatello.
There
Okay.
you go.
Genuinely,
You knew the whole time. There's no way you did not know that.
No, I'm not even. That's not a bit. That wasn't a bit. I genuinely could not remember.
Do you know who the Renaissance people are? Then you know, obviously, the D is Donatello.
Donatello is, in fairness, of those three Renaissance people, is the least of note.
I think Raphael's clearly the least of note, but I guess clearly Michelangelo and Leonardo are the two like most notable.
Yeah, Michelangelo
figures.
and
Leonardo.
I remember them.
But Raphael, I don't even know what he did.
Raphael's the only reason I remember Raphael is because I remember that was like the cool name.
I think that's a cool name.
But Donatello is like that's just a guy, you know. Donatello's like a mafia electrician.
Not anymore. Once upon a time, probably.
Once upon a time, he did
Because no one has that name anymore. Donatello is not a name I have not heard that name ever in a person for real.
I've heard Donnie, but like I don't know if that was
Donovan, and it's always Donovan, or more often than not Donovan.
Maybe I've only known one Donnie, and he's probably dead because I never saw him again after elementary school.
That is what that means. That is what that means about a person. If you never see them again, they're dead.
Yeah.
I know Raphael's. I know Michael. I don't even know Michelangelo's. I know Michael's.
Never met a Michelangelo.
I know Michael's.
I never met a Michelangelo either.
I know a Leo, but he's not Leonardo. I would have. My nephew was Leo. I met a Leonardo.
You know what's crazy? I knew Bebop and Rocksteady, but I didn't know Donatello.
Yeah.
Well, they're silly. That's why you know them.
It's an awesome pairing of names.
They also
I think Bebop and Rocksteady like flows really well.
Yeah. They also look
Toka
awesome.
and Razor?
If you look at the fucking, that's crazy.
Toka and Razor
from fucking Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Secrets of the Ooze. I had a love-hate relationship with that movie because
I love all of them.
It was the first time I experienced cringe because the first movie has an extremely serious tone. The first one's actually my favorite. Like it used to be like the more I thought about it, the much as I got older, I'm like, clearly the first one's so much better than the second one. But like the beginning of the movie when they're in that little strip mall or whatever the fuck, the way that they're behaving is so fucking childish, and they weren't doing that shit in the first movie.
They toned it
actually
back.
Made me like cringe. Like I remember watching it. I actually brought it because we used to watch movies in elementary school when on certain days, like, oh, it's movie day or whatever the fuck, and people could bring in movies, and so I brought in number 2, and I felt like almost like a fucking weirdo. Show like class, like it was weird. I guess I felt a little bit. Yeah, like I wonder what everybody else is thinking. Are they thinking
my social credit, my
social credit's falling apart? My social credit's falling. Like I brought in a movie. I brought in the fucking Super Android 13 for our movie, which was like that is. First of all, if you haven't watched this show, that's a completely confusing fucking film because it relies on the show.
Right.
Have all of them do.
Right.
And so I just remember half the class was really into it and half the class was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is not a movie. And they were totally right. It would be like if I brought in E.T. 2 or something.
What?
E.T. 2.
The sequel to Extraterrestrial?
Have you not seen E.T. 2? The straight to straight to VHS E.T. 2?
Yeah, E.T. 2, we're home.
Yeah, he finally goes home.
Is there actually E.T. 2?
Look it up. Yes. It's E.T. 2. It's directed by, I think, Joe Dante. He's the same guy who did Gremlins.
Why do you know that?
E.T. 2, and it stars...
why do you know that?
I don't know.
Why do you know who it's directed by?
No way. No way. There's no
That's
way.
So obscure to know.
I really don't know why I know that. You know what it is? There was that guy. Do you remember Nick Lutzo? He was like this guy. He was like a content creator. He was mainly like a TikTok music guy. But he had like a very brief stint in like pandemic time. So like 2021, 2022. But his stuff would kind of pop up every now and again. And he has a song called "Where Did the Gremlins Go?" And he just mentions Joe Dante in it. And I remember looking up who the fuck is that? And it's like, oh, he's the director of Gremlins.
Wait.
Yeah, I just looked up that guy.
I'm looking up ET2. I'm looking up ET2.
Yeah, what? Banger?
Okay.
And apparently, I don't think there's something called ET2 Nocturnal Fears. That is not what you showed your class.
No, I didn't.
That must be so.
That is not what you showed your class.
Let me be very clear. ET2 is not real.
Okay, because I was like, there's an ET. I would have heard of it in passing. Man. At least that's what I would have like in passing of my life. I would have heard like, oh, they made a second ET.
ET the Extraterrestrial 2 official. What the fuck? People are making all this bullshit like 2020, 2025 at Netflix 2024 trailer.
Dude, there's probably a bunch of AI movie trailers like generated.
Oh, I can't even. I can't even.
For ET2.
I just
Probably
There is a sequel called ET2 Nocturnal Fears. That is a real thing, actually.
Nice.
There's probably some
It was
horror
a- it-
movie, some indie horror movie or something.
It's Spielberg.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
You're not gonna get me like that. Bro.
All right, it's literally a sequel he was gonna make. It was gonna be a horror movie. Actually, I mean,
Okay, so he was going to make, but it didn't end up happening.
Yeah,
Well, so that would be the defining kind of.
it's real. He was gonna make it.
crux
It's
of the
like, why would you do that, Steven? Stefan Spielberg. Why would you do that?
I just saw another quote. Somebody said that there would never be. That's weird. I'm seeing two different conflicting things.
You're seeing the thing I'm talking about too, right?
And then,
Yeah.
but then I saw other people saying he said he would never make a sequel. So take that with what you will.
For what it's worth, I don't think ET2 Nocturnal Fears is real. That does not sound like a movie.
This is real. I swear to God.
No, it will be real because
Kingston,
we're
I
making
understand. Kingston, I understand that it's real in the sense that you read words that said that. But that's not. There's no way that's a real plan that Steven Spielberg actually had.
I think it was, but I think he canned it because it was like they were like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "I guess never mind."
There's no way that's real.
I'm seeing it because I keep seeing things that Steven Spielberg fought to make sure there wasn't a sequel because he was like, no, like why? It doesn't need a sequel. Stop. But the problem with the internet now is I don't know who the fuck to believe because it can lead you to even credible sites sometimes. It's we're in this weird period where I was actually a video just popped up because I've been talking about, I keep bringing it up about the AI channels that are popping up and then they're getting into my recommendeds and shit like that. Some big channel that I don't know how to pronounce its name just made a video about that and saying that, man, people are making videos about oh, this is the biggest star in the fucking universe or something. And then they're getting AIs making up shit, little cool fun facts. And then people are taking that and then it's being repurposed and people keep regurgitating it. And now fake stuff is starting to become technically real because so many people are starting to believe it. And I wonder about stuff like this because he's talking about this, so and then there's other people
I
saying
found information about it. So ET2, yes, the real, not unproduced sequel concept of ET.
What's the website?
Nocturnal.
What's the website?
Funny niggas.
It's all over Discord. There's actually a There's actually a 10-page screenplay of it. I'm looking at it right now.
Fake movies.
What's the website?
I mean, I found it through Reddit, but the thing is real. It's the screenplay exists.
Sure,
I'm looking at it right now.
You're looking at it through
Kingston,
Reddit.
I'm sure someone wrote ET2 on a screenplay and printed it out and photographed it on Reddit.
Crazy. At this
what
moment,
is the? What are you saying? Are you saying why would somebody go through the? Why would screen rants?
There's some screen rants. Then there's another one from Universal Dork. There's another one from Rankers.
Universal Dork.
ET2 Revenge.
ET2 is not fucking real, brother.
I think the concept of it was real. I think the concept was probably real at first.
He's pissed
I
off.
don't even think that.
Why? I don't know why that sounds so crazy to you.
Because there's first okay, here's why I feel that way, right? Everything that you're reading is secondhand nonsense that could easily be faked. And the other thing that I heard, that I saw, I'm pretty sure there's video of Steven Spielberg saying this. I fought to make sure that there were no sequels to E.T.
I think he might have had. I think he might have
written down somewhere.
I think he might have. I think he might have wrote out a screenplay first, and then it was like, I'm just not going to go any further than this. And I think that happens.
Why are you so willing to believe something so insane?
Because I think the idea of having a screenplay of it, it could be wrong. I'm not gonna. I think it could be wrong, and I'm not going to die on that hill.
ET2. What would ET2 have even been?
I don't know. That's why it's so weird. That it's a completely different kind of story.
That's like Mrs. That's like Mrs. Doubtfire 2 or something. Like once he fuck.
After he died too.
He dies.
That's crazy.
He has to trick the devil because he clearly goes to hell.
Right.
He has to
Why would he go to hell? He wouldn't go to hell.
Cross-dressing, Deuteronomy, dude.
Cross-dressing. He's friends with a gay guy. He's friends with Harvey Fierstein. He doesn't kill him on sight. He's a bad Christian. He cross-dresses.
Come on, man.
He cross-dresses. That's 2, actually. The cross-dressing is the first one, and then it's the third one. So he cross-dresses twice. Many times, technically, he lies.
Mm-hmm.
He engages in mistruths to mislead his family.
But then he brings back his family into the way of the Christian faith. Like,
yeah, but he doesn't
what do you
get
mean?
baptized. He didn't get baptized. So that's why he goes to hell primarily. He doesn't get baptized. He never confesses to a priest in one of those weird rooms.
Hey, I don't
that
believe
they
in
make
God.
you do
I'm
crazy
not
shit
into
in.
that.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm scared of those places. He walks into a church. Robin Williams in that movie, I forget what the character's name is, but like he walks into a church and then he starts sizzling. He starts sizzling in the church. He's like, I'm not allowed in there.
Hey, it's getting kind of hot. I gotta go.
But so he has to cross dress his way through hell and trick various demons so that he can find his way back to Earth so he can continue to harass his family.
Yeah.
And that's Mrs. Doubtfire too.
Yeah. Holy shit, I'd watch the fuck out of that actually.
I think it'd be a great idea. I think we just figured out our next our next film.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
Mrs. Doubtfire 2. I like that a lot better than EA or E.T.
Yeah.
E.T. 2 I wouldn't even know what to do with that. But this did start because we were talking about
I know exactly what ET2 should be, by the way.
What do you got?
It should be it should be ET, but it should be everything it should just be ET1 again, but from the perspective of a bunch of ETs because a kid is sent there. So it's just ET, but like all the kids are like ETs, and ET is Elliot. You know, so he's like it's Elliot in the role reversal,
Elliot
right?
T.
He goes to the ET planet. Okay.
Yeah, that's what ET2 stands for. Is Elliot Terrestrial, and he ends up on the planet. He ends up on the ET homeworld, which is like I don't know, Dragnet or something. I don't know
This is so dog shit. This is so dog shit.
Planet Dragnet, and he gets sent there, and all the ETs he tries to find his original ET, but everybody looks the same, and it's a commentary about racism.
I think ET would be very.
Gives? They all look the fucking same, man.
I think
you look the same, and then they go, and they scream at him, and they do that horrible noise that I hate.
Yeah, they do that for 45 minutes.
Yeah,
just screaming.
And then it becomes like a courtroom drama. He's an illegal alien, so that planet's ice.
Oh man, they got alien ice.
Alien, they call it ET ice. That's what they call him.
They call it ET. Okay,
they call it ET ice, and then they round up Elliot, and then they're trying to. It's like what's that guy's name? Something Garcia. It's like that.
Oh.
It's like that. So they're like, we gotta send. So they send Elliot to some planet that he's definitely not from. And that's the movie. And then he gets out and he suffocates and dies because he can't breathe on the planet that they sent.
You know what's really funny? E.T. species is in Star Wars. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that. There's like that
Soviets,
scene where they like sit. It's in the Senate, right?
It's in the Senate, and it's them. Like imagine them being there.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
like that's cool. That's cool little like cameo things like that. But I'm also you done fucked up. You know what that implicates? Like you know what that implies? Like you can't do that.
It does. Well, the very beginning of Star Wars, it very much so implies that bullshit happened a long time ago, somewhere wildly far away.
Yeah, I mean
that's the very opening of it. That's the opening of it.
Yeah, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But it's like that. What to?
You'll get there. Don't worry, you'll get there. You're on your way.
No, it's just the ET alien showed up on Earth. So what does that say about the time period?
The aliens might have existed as that long. It's not crazy. It's space.
The craziest thing to me is that it implies. The craziest thing to me is that it implies that Earth exists, which I always kind of.
It's implied just the whole time.
I kind of always took a galaxy far, far away to mean like, oh, well, this isn't a completely fictional. Like, there's no. That's why they're humans on this planet. They're clearly people. You know, it's because Earth isn't real. Like this, like there's
Earth is real in the Star Wars universe.
Do they go to Earth in the Star Wars universe?
Not canonically. I don't think they go there.
Are they anywhere near it?
No. The galaxy far, far away. It's like not near us.
So it's
ostensibly fake.
So like the ET people, they're able to reach where the fucking that shit is, and that like it. it muddies the water in such a. I know you're not supposed to think about it at all.
I think it's just it's just bullshit. It's just
Yeah.
bullshit shit that happens randomly.
Of
I don't
course.
know. I think the idea of Earth being real in Star Wars is so lame because you just come there and it's like, oh look, they're racist.
But that's what I don't like about it.
Wow.
That's why. That's exactly why I always just assumed it was it just wasn't real because then I'm thinking like, okay, General Grievous is fighting, and then at the same time, Martin Luther King is being assassinated.
Well, it's not the same time. That's the
no, but
the reading
it doesn't
comprehension
matter.
part
It
is
doesn't matter.
it does matter.
No, it's because it's not about MLK. It's about like, okay, Genghis Khan is raping somebody at the same time.
It's a long
that Qui-Gon
time
Jinn is
ago.
training. Okay, fine. The Egyptians are building a pyramid at the same time. Like it's fucking weird. I don't like it. I don't like that at all.
So here's
Earth
the thing:
is not real.
Has anybody mapped out or an actual timeline?
Star Wars?
Like an actual timeline for like that would be okay. This is this time relative to what time it would be. In Earth.
Nothing in canon. Nothing in the canon of the universe.
Sure.
Is corresponding with any time near us right now. Any time. Like
well, I
nothing's
mean,
going on.
So the Earth's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, it's but like
so
that's
like, what's like within
nothing
the time
involving
period
humans. I'm sure,
of course,
nothing involving humans.
It's not about humans. It's just about the actual time period of around this time. Like, what was Earth while Star Wars was taking place?
I don't think anything says about it. 'Cause it's like I think the idea is that like we left Earth because Earth is lame. Because there was like old books that said like aliens came here, they grabbed us up, and then they brought us to we were slaves obviously because they were like, oh yeah. Free workers, what are humans gonna do to half the aliens in the universe of Star Wars? Like, what's gonna happen?
I hate stuff like it's because you're taking human traits and then placing it on these beings that have such stellar technology that they wouldn't need any type of animal or any type of organism to be some sort of labor or a resource.
I think that's crazy to say. I think everything does that. Everything makes
demons.
other things do work for it.
I think
you guys are demons.
As
demons.
beings
I could
on
have
this planet that don't have the tools to have fucking warp speed or light, whatever.
Because who builds the warp speed things for people?
What do you mean? There's fucking
I think,
machines. Dude, we almost where we are right now. We're barely smarter than chimps on average. And we're building things to make everything automated. So if you have aliens that have space travel that we can't even conceive of, they're like, oh, it's like the Matrix. We're like, oh, use humans as batteries. I love the Matrix. But it's also like there's parts to it where I'm like, that's a terrible source of energy. Like, what are you talking about?
I think it makes sense. I think the idea, like life in general, though it may be constructed differently, like atomically, I think that the idea of those concepts would be the same relatively everywhere.
You guys are having this argument while I could have had a heart attack there.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
you guys kept conversing like I wasn't dying.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
I was really testing it. I was like, I hope he's actually going, and then
I hope he's really about it. He lets go. I hope he lets go of the wheel and lets himself float away.
But Kingston, I'm just thinking of it this way. Corporations, for example, they want to get rid of people and have fully the automation so they don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely.
Why would aliens that have superior technology of things that we can't even conceive want to be like, I'm going to use humans for labor? Like, you don't think that they have something
why not?
better that humans will be like, this is like an ant to me.
Because
this
they can build.
So
they can make.
You're not supposed to. You're probably not supposed to think about it that much.
I think. It doesn't seem. I don't think.
I don't know how you're coming to this conclusion.
Because all we have. Look, I'm doing this based off of the information we have as creatures that exist right now. Right. Right now.
That's what you're not supposed to do.
But then how? But
you
then
have to go outside because these aliens have things that we can't even perceive of. They're so far advanced that why would they do anything that is so archaic, that is so beyond their like, what we're using
it's archaic,
organisms as labor? Like, what are we talking? We're going to use them for what?
There's still slaves in that universe.
And
they still have them in Star Wars. They're still slaves.
That Star Wars is based off of humans.
Well, exactly. So in this universe, I'm assuming that like they would do, or they would use things from our planets.
So I'm not talking about
various things.
I'm not talking about the Star Wars universe. Within the rules of the Star Wars universe, of course, that's what's happening, and I think it's retarded. What I'm saying in a realistic sense is what in a realistic sense, it would be hilarious to have such superior technology and still rely on humans to do anything, because it literally doesn't make sense. But within the universe,
I don't think
most things don't make sense within the Star Wars universe.
What if the creatures are physically not strong? What if they're physically very weak, right?
They have machines to do things for them, just like we do.
Listen, that's true. But if they're physically very weak, right? And us as this livestock, we can use us efficiently. Like, I just like that. Like, I think what your brain is like, that's stupid, is insane because we don't understand the concepts enough yet. Like, it's like,
I don't. What are you saying?
All of these things is like, oh, it wouldn't do it because they have this. Like, well, they have interstellar travel, right? They still have travel. We can already go to space. We can go to space. We have semi-stellar travel, right? We have semi-stellar travel.
Yeah.
We still use human labor.
You're still thinking of it in that I don't think you can escape human ingenuity.
But the thing is this:
we're talking about
you have to base it off of that. Because all we have is human ingenuity.
Based off of what do you, dude?
Because they're still living creatures. They're still creatures that exist.
I think you need. This is the thing that I feel like you can't base it off of this, because that's the only thing we have to understand. No, the idea is to, just like there are some things we can't understand, and if you would have to think, I feel like this is such a logical leap to make. If you have the means to travel to galaxies, different galaxies,
yes,
your technology is so far beyond any type of human or organistic slave labor, because it would be laughable.
I don't think that's the case. I don't agree with that point. I think it's definitely beyond human labor, but I think to say it's beyond slave labor, when slave labor is like an organism thing, like organisms period use other organisms to survive.
See, you're still thinking of organisms as like, so within, theoretically, because of how big the universe is, there literally could be Transformers type of shit, right? But like, but we still put human stuff on them. That's why we still make them bipedal and everything like that. But they can look like things that we don't even recognize. What I'm saying is, they could be so different that like there is no need for any of the type of stuff that we do because how we came up. And so we're putting our human characteristics on other organisms that may not need anything like that. So the idea of being able to just travel from so fast and so far, that their technology is so, in their brain processing power so superior to ours in every conceivable way, it is weird to refer to like, oh yeah, they probably do this dumb shit that we're doing that sucks now. Like humans' labor sucks.
I think what I'm assuming is that I think that though they are much more intelligent than us, I think biology, all we have to base our life off on is our life, right? And I think biologically, I don't think things would be as different in the sense of like needing to absorb resources from other things. I don't think that's going to be.
I think if you're thinking of an organism that is relative to a human, maybe.
But I feel like most organisms, if
you
in
can't think that,
in the most fundamental ways,
you can't think that the universe is too big. You can't. You have to get outside of that thought.
But we are the only form of life
that we know of, because that is intelligent. We're so small.
That is intelligent. That we are intelligent.
But we don't know what's out there.
I think ultimately a lot of these things are written this way because to be written in a different way would be to appeal to something that does not exist.
Right.
It would be like,
that's ultimately to me.
That's ultimately why. Like, we know what slavery is. We can wrap our heads around it. We understand it.
Right.
I think those concepts have to, not have to exist. I think those concepts, I think as grand as things are, a lot of things still probably pop up in the greater cosmos because of the fact that we're all still living for the most part. Like we'll be differences like like some things will be made of carbon, some things will be made of silicon, some things will be made of random things. But then you'll be like, oh, you guys still do that shit too? Man, you guys still shit too?
That's what ET was made out of, I think, in the movie. They confirmed there was like a 20-minute deleted scene where they show like an ET going from gestation to birth, and it's just a puddle of piss.
Yeah.
The entire time until the last like second.
The piss race was great.
A race of piss is interesting. A race of piss is
I so badly want to just see a glimpse of what, because there's so many theories of what the universe is and how it, like, I love like even like the Men in Black thing, like, oh, we're the fucking a marble or some shit. Like I love the like concepts of that, of something that it literally could be something that insignificant to somebody else. Like we were an experiment, this entire universe, like where it was something and then it exploded and expanded into this thing where it's like, oh yeah, I can create fucking universes. So like, we're fucking with creating black holes and shit. And so like,
Right.
thinking it's so, I wish my brain can think of different scenarios that obviously that haven't been invented of, but I just think like on the other side of the universe, I can't imagine there's people like us doing this and still dealing with racism and slavery or something like that. Like, it's the ingredients could be so wildly different. I don't know, man. It's just, I like when people make shit up. But I don't know. And just try to make something interesting, but usually everything ends up being like the fucking same thing. It's just, oh, they're robots and they hate humans. That's usually what it reverts to.
Dude, this is, oh my God.
What do you got?
These questions are hilarious to me. Okay. So we got kind of a two-for. We have a question and then a response, from one of our patrons over there at patreon.com/Snark. Remember, you can go in and ask and pitch some conversations. Joshua Fradozio is a gay little groiper wrote in. Says, hey, little fellas. In the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's neck just kind of doing that, a friend of my girlfriend's brother. Okay, that's too many. Just say someone.
A friend of my girlfriend's brother?
A friend of your girlfriend's brother.
Just say someone you know.
Just say someone you know. At that point, like, that's like when like some of my family members are like, hey, I'm your, great whatever. It's like, you're my cousin. You're my. I don't give a fuck what you are. You might be like my niece, my nephew, whatever. You're my cousin.
Yeah.
You're all fucking cousins.
Yeah.
And if you're an old cousin, you're an uncle.
You're dead.
You're an uncle at that point. I don't even care if that makes sense.
We do the same thing.
Yes.
Like my grandpa's brother, we call him Uncle Lynn.
Right. Yeah. like whatever. But anyway, he says, so a friend of my girlfriend's brother started a conservative podcast in his memory. So in Charlie Kirk's memory, one of many, I'm sure. I listened to the first episode and sure enough, it was horrible. I keep asking my girlfriend to put me in touch with him so I can make a guest appearance, but she won't let me, claiming that I would be too mean and embarrass him, not seeming to understand that that's the point. Anyway, have you ever had a friend or family member make a public ass of themselves and have to hold your tongue and just watch? Good night. And then the response is Derek not chauvinistic and #free. And he responded, I know I'm not them, but I had a worryingly similar situation where my conservative aunt started a right-wing podcast and website, and she also is high up in a political party started by a former leftist politician who became a Russia Today host in the UK.
Whoa.
So if anybody's curious about that, they could probably cross-reference whatever the fuck it is and find out who that is.
Uh-huh.
But I just think that is a hysterical, that is a wild thing that people are like starting conservative podcasts. There's not enough actually.
Yeah.
Let's make more. I would love I would love the link to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I would love to see this. I can't even fucking fathom.
Send a link to one of us though. Do not send the link. Don't put it in Patreon.
No, you do it. You do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
No. Send it to us. Send it to us.
I just think that is hysterical. That is it. I would love to hear this, because what they don't understand is even the professional conservative podcasts are stupid. So I would love to hear an unprofessional, just some guy with a fucking a clip-on Blue Yeti mic or something, try to orate a conservative policy for an hour. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
It's clearly what it's going to be. It's just all they do is just whatever existed. Whoever was first to release an episode of something, people watch that, take notes, and then they just regurgitate that. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
It's like Alex Jones. He existed for the longest time. I don't know if he does the same thing still, but he would just print out articles from all over and then read the headlines and then rant about shit. And I was like, that's a brilliant fucking strategy, just to be like, look, I'm telling you news. And he literally was, he was just reading headlines like, this is fucking crazy. And then his audience got so big. And yeah, I mean, I guess Tim Pool took notes from that specifically because that's what he's really good at. Oh yeah,
that's exactly what he does. He specifically reads a quarter of the article and then he stops, and then while it's on screen you can see the part of the article that refutes the first part, because a lot of articles are framed that way. A lot of articles are framed with like, here's what people are saying, or here's what is believed. Now here's what's true. And then it's always like, he always stops at like the what's true. It's awesome. Like there's video of it happening. It's the same thing.
Many
like I said
times,
earlier, you
yeah.
can go to the GOP, you can go to the GOP Twitter account and look up that tweet where they say like, look, the Democrats are liars. And they're trying to talk about how like, they're trying to pass, free healthcare for illegal immigrants. And just, you can see it like clear as day. Like they just didn't read, and they know that they don't read either,
right? Because
they're homeschooled. They're like kind of inbred, probably. Like a lot of them are probably vaguely inbred. You could see it in the jaws.
You can see it in the jaws.
You could see it in Matt. You could see it in Matt Walsh. I would bet $1 million that Matt Walsh is fucking. He's got some. It's uncle, dad, and aunt, grandma. Like there's definitely a situation like that. But
I'm gonna send you this graph that I don't know if you saw this, but it's exactly.
Look at this graph.
Where is it?
Look at this graph.
Where is it?
Hey, where's the?
Do you have it?
Yeah, hold on, pasting. Sorry. This is a graph that was going viral on Twitter. That they were saying, look.
Oh yeah.
Look at the left wing terrorism's. It's spiking after 30 years.
Oh my god!
And then you just look at it. You're like, bro.
Yeah.
What like?
But
how are you ignoring all of that?
I know. It's interesting because I've seen people talk about it. It's like, well, those stats are actually wrong because they count all prison violence as right-wing violence, and I'm like, first of all, I don't know how true that is. But one of them was funny because one of the refutations was like they even count neo-Nazi violence in prisons as right-wing violence, and it's like,
yeah, it is.
What the fuck do you mean?
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, that's so crazy. But like, I don't know. Even if I don't know, even if it wasn't so much of a blowout from one side or the other, the fact is that it happens a lot. That's the point, really.
Yeah,
ultimately. And it's like, I saw this graph coming out.
This shit was going viral. Fucking dumb libs of TikTok, all of those people, and I'm like none of you, not one of you has like hey, maybe we shouldn't share this. This actually kind of hurts us.
It's always funny whenever I run into those people too, because it's like usually like people will respond to me and they'll have like the worst. They'll have like the worst take possible, and for whatever reason, they're always followed by like Harley Morenstein. Like I don't know why. Like it's always he's always there.
A lot. Like I don't know why.
He's genuinely their only follow of any consequence. And to be fair, he's following like 21,000 people, which is like that's kind of crazy.
Whoa.
Like that's so. I assume that he just kind of follows everybody.
Yeah, probably has like a follow bot thing.
But it comes across as so funny because it's like it's just like why does Harley Morenstein love every psycho? Like it's so weird. Why him? Only him? Not even like. Because I think I follow Crowder and stuff. Like, not even he's not on. You know what I mean? It's always him. It's very fucking funny. But I don't know. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah,
but, yeah. You got to send me that podcast. I would love to listen. I want to hear about how life starts at conception. Because when am I ever going to hear that again?
Yeah. I want to hear that rapist babies. Like if a 10-year-old girl was raped, that her baby should still be delivered. I want to hear the defense of that.
Cool.
I want to hear the defense of that.
Exactly. I think it's a very cool thing. I think it's kind of low key dope.
Yeah, it is pretty.
That a 10-year-old is forced to give birth to a rape child. I think that's kind of cool. I think when America went wrong is when we made that like a bad thing. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Where we've been doing this for thousands of years. We've been forcing children to give birth, and like suddenly it's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like
I
just think it's kind of like what changed.
And to the person that wrote in, if you happen to get on that podcast, if you could ask this question to be like, how do you wrestle with Charlie Kirk thinking that gun deaths is a necessary evil to preserve the Second Amendment, meaning that people dying is okay, but abortion is wrong. You know, fetuses dying, Like, why is it okay for when the fetus is now not a fetus and is now just a baby out of the womb that it can get shot in the face by a gun?
Yeah.
And it's
They want
totally okay.
They only care about children once they have memories to steal. You know, once they matter to people and they become like sentient, that's when it's like, okay, now you got to die. You either got to die or join the military and die. And if you don't die from joining the military, you're going to come here and die because we're going to neglect the shit out of you. So it really is kind of like, if you look at it in a pragmatic way, let's say just for the sake of let's steelman the argument, right? Liberals and conservative really just want people to die. Let's just say that.
Sure.
I think liberals just want to be efficient about it. You know what I mean? Like they want to get out of the way first. You know, like, all right, you know what? First thing you do is die. Before you're even born, you die. Case closed. But the conservatives want to they want to lead
They want you to
along. Suffer. Yeah, they want you to suffer. They want you to grow up homeschooled in Oklahoma, surrounded by lead paint, and then your test scores are really bad, so you only have one alternative is to really go into the military, and then you go die for Israel, or you come home and then your leg is blown off, and then everybody laughs at you. Everybody laughs at you, and then you're sitting under a bridge with dogs jerking off in your face, and then that's the rest of your life. And that's just the world that we live in.
Yes, sir.
That's just life.
That's just life, man.
That's just life, man. I'm so desperate to hear this podcast, but we'll move on. Thank you for the write-in. This really made my day. I've been up since 3 a.m., by the way. I woke up so early.
Really?
I don't know why. I fell asleep at 8 p.m. yesterday. I was playing Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yote, and I was so bored that I passed out for hours.
You're so bored.
I was so bored. I was like, and it's so weird because it's like it's a good game and everything, but it's like I've done this. You know, like I've done this.
It doesn't look different enough to where I'm be honest. It does not look different enough for me to play it. Right, like right now, it just.
I would wait. I would wait. Honestly, like it's good, but like
there's so many good games out right now.
The thing about it is that it's so weird to me that like back in like the 2000s, even in the early 2010s, a game would come out, and then 3 years later, a sequel would come out, and the sequel would be like pretty fundamentally different in a lot of ways. Like there would be like a lot of stuff, like a lot of new shit thrown in there. It would function very differently. Like it would still have the spirit or whatever, but there was like a lot of new shit in between the releases of like these sequels, and the sequels would come out like 3 years apart, like max was like 3 years.
Really? You would go as far to say that like Halo 3 and 2 are so different from each other?
I would say that Halo 2 and Halo 3 are more different from each other than Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yote are.
I would agree because I think the mega production games that's how they are. Like those mega production games, they're just like there's already so much in them, and you do so much during them that it's like you're gonna like. Because I'm not even here to disagree with the fact that they are the same because they are very similar. They are. I have Yotai. I played it for like maybe like an hour or two, and I was like, I'm gonna go play Digimon again because this game is the same game I've played. I've already played this game. I got the 2 swords. The 2 swords are cool as fuck. I was like, this is really really cool. I like 2 weapons. I like picking up weapons and tossing them at people. I think that's like really cool, but at the same time, it's just like this is the same thing. I've done this, you know.
Yeah, it's fundamentally. I see what you're saying. Where it's like, yeah, Halo 2 and Halo 3 are far more similar than 1 and 2 are. 1 and 2, the difference is crazy. Like it really is.
They're different games mechanically.
Fundamentally, very very different games.
I don't think fundamentally, but I think mechanically, they are absolutely different games.
Like, I think fundamentally, there's so much different. Yeah. First of all, there's no real long range combat in Halo 1 because it's just the sniper and that's it. There's no battle rifle. There's no carbines. So that's 2 and 3 onward is really when long range stuff happens. Like the vehicle sandbox is different. In Halo 1, you can get splattered by a fucking parked car that moves slightly. The jump, you've played it. The jump feels completely different. The melee isn't a lunge. There's dual wielding. There's like the mechanics it's very different. And 2 and 3
I think mechanically, like it's like they're different games mechanically for sure.
Well, that's what I mean.
I think like fundamentally they're still the same kind of game.
I mean, they're shooters.
I would go mechanics that are different, and I would say
I'll put it this way. I love Halo 2 and Halo 3 with all my heart. Halo 1, I like primarily because it gave us 2 and 3, but I don't know if I really like Halo 1 that much as far as like a play experience. Like I don't like the way that game feels to play in comparison. But it's like, and Halo 2 and 3 are more similar for sure, but like there's mechanics there. There's like obviously Forge and Theater and Customs are like the big things there that are just like, oh, that's a completely fundamental different way to play this. The fact that you can like carry like turrets and shit, the fact that you can melee works differently. The sword functions completely differently. There's no lock on. There's like there's tweaks to that formula quite a bit, although they are still very similar. Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima I don't know of anything that is truly different between them outside of, I don't know, actually. Like I don't know if I can think of anything. The story is it's a different script.
Weapons are different.
But the weapons just take the place of the stances.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like they just made stances weapons, and it's just like, okay, well, yeah, that's different, but it feels kind of the same. Like I don't know, it's very strange. It's a good game, but it's like it's very much like it's very whatever. But I passed out. I just passed out. I passed out at 8 p.m. and then I woke up at like 3:30, and I was like, I got a full night's rest. So I guess I'm just up. I tried to go back to sleep. It just wasn't working. But
yeah, I think it's pretty similar, man. It'd be like that. Yeah,
it do be like that.
I never thought it was going to be anything that different because I was like, oh, this is going to be another Ghost game. It's going to be Spider-Man 1 and 2. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Spider-Man 2. I like Spider-Man 2 mechanically plays better, but it's effectively Spider-Man again.
I think Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 are also similar, but like I think Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 have a grander difference between them than Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei do.
I guess if you play another character, you have two characters, and
there's two characters. The symbiote gameplay is different. The combat mechanics are different. The wingsuit is pretty fundamentally different. True. Like I don't know. That's still a very that's a very modern example of a sequel where it's like it is still fundamentally like the same.
Last of Us 1 and 2. See, like this is how modern super expensive video games are never going to be vastly.
Well, Last of Us 2 even. Last of Us 2 is pretty different from The Last of Us.
I agree with everything you guys
say
said.
That? You would really say that?
I would say so. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they play very differently.
I feel like they play relatively the same.
The fact that you can go like prone, you can crawl on the grass, you can jump in Last of Us 2, which like doesn't matter that much. There's the rope shit, which is not utilized nearly enough, but it's there. I don't know, like it's weird, dude. And Abby is like a different character who plays very differently. Like there's like an entire tank.
She plays more similar to Joel does.
Sure,
but like it's still more sneaky.
All I'm saying is like. Of all the sequels I've ever played, this is the one that feels like the least has changed between them. Like probably like genuinely, like even Crash 2 to Crash 3, and those are pretty similar games.
I think it's unfortunate Ghost coming out right now because there are too many good games that came out this year, and it's going to kind of get overshadowed. And that's why I think that's also why GTA 6 didn't come out this year too. I think they were like, maybe next year.
No way.
What do you mean?
Next year.
No way.
What are you talking about?
I thought they were done. They were
You're
like,
out of your mind.
Let's just wait.
You ain't got to worry about nothing, dude.
Grand Theft Auto doesn't have to worry about anything. Like
it's still going to sell well, but I might not have gotten Game of the Year.
I don't think they give a shit. It's
That's
making billions of dollars.
They care more about money than they care about like awards. Probably like, a lot of money.
A country, yeah, absolutely.
The award is the fact. I'll tell you what the real award is. The real award is the game from 2013 that they made over $1 billion this month. So like, I think they could give a fuck if like Jeff Keighley goes up there and it's like, here's a trophy. It's like, okay, cool. We don't need this at all. We have probably enough money to make a trophy ourselves that is substantially more valuable than whatever it is you're going to give us. So I don't think GTA was even considering any other video game when they were looking at the release. They were just like, oh, if anything, they probably had to be like, oh, we should probably consider how much we're going to sweep or how much attention we're going to steal out of there. I think that's why a lot of great games are coming out now, is because GTA got pushed. And so now they're like, oh, fuck, get in there.
Get it out.
Get in there, because now it's like next year and you don't even know what the fuck, because it could get pushed to fall. I think they're gonna release in spring.
Was Ghost of Yote always planned to come out this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it just felt very uneventful to me. But
yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
It's been 5 years, and it is ultimately, it's a Ubisoft game. It's a good one, but it's a Ubisoft style game. Like this is like this is like if Assassin's Creed was done like very well,
right? Right.
But it's still ultimately like that. It's you run around, you get some check boxes. It's good, but yeah, I don't know. It's also just it is also just kind of relaxing. Like it is a serene kind of game, so that alone also doesn't help when I'm trying to like stay awake.
I see.
But all right, let's read another question here.
I wish the game had no menus. That's my only take. I wish it had no menus at all. I wish it went like full send. I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really cool.
Okay.
The controls are really weird, I gotta say. Like switching between items. Yeah, switching between items feels kind. I don't know if it's different from the old one, but like it feels weird. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we got a hater for Derek. He wants to take you to task. 0-2 wrote in. He says, "Hey Derek, when are you going to quit using AI slop garbage? How is Chris the Nihilist somehow lapping you on this?" First of all, I don't even know what AI stuff or what I don't even understand what this is in reference to.
If he's talking about when I purposefully, like maybe 2 or 3 times, I used AI on the thumbnails. I talked about that actually on one. I think the last episode or 2 episodes ago, where say for example the Tylenol thing. I was gonna. I mentioned this on like one of the other episodes. I was just gonna Photoshop because it's easy to do, but like it wasn't. I was like, no, I don't want this to look good. Like, right. AI slop it's. I want it to look like AI slop. One other one I remember was with the Homer and Yoda kissing. Like I was gonna but I was like, wait, no. What abomination will AI create? And it looks so fucking stupid that I was like, this is perfect. But right. I don't really have any other examples, but like there's rare times where I'm like, oh, let me do this. But like, sure. Other than that, I don't know what this person possibly could be referring to because I don't use AI for anything else. I'm even where it would suit me seeing fucking AI channels making, oh, what if this Slipknot song was fucking funk? And like,
oh, dude, there's so many of those. There's a guy on TikTok making like gospel versions of everything. Yeah. And it's just like,
they're just fucking they're plugging the shit in and it's spitting out these songs. And then a bunch of retards are just loving it. Even fucking,
he's pretending, dude. They're pretending to sing it too. That's what's so egregious about it.
Oh no,
it's like, dude, you fucking suck.
Oh no, it sucks how many people are like this in every aspect of every industry. It's like the whole, oh, I'm going to juice and take all the steroids and stuff. Like these 19-year-olds and be like, oh, I'm completely natural. And they're fucking giant. And I'm like, nobody believes you. Why are you saying you're fucking like, oh, so they can get like one sponsorship that still does all that lying bullshit. But no, It just doesn't. I hate it, dude. But yeah.
And I do want to be fair too. Like if we talk about AI slop, I don't necessarily have a problem with that being in the thumbnail. Like the most recent one we had that we had the
put that
the lady with the boulder.
I was trying to find the fat one, but I couldn't find it. So I just
that one is crazy.
But that's we're talking about it, and it is kind of like a core. I don't necessarily mind that, but like I mean, we don't do that really.
No, not in this is because obviously knowing that if you're trying to create something and be like, oh, look, this is cool, knowing that this is just stealing from other artists collectively and then making its own thing. You understand that. But I'm essentially using something. I could Photoshop this easily myself. But then when you do that, when you're manually doing something, it's like, oh, well, I can't manually make it as bad as AI can do because my brain doesn't work that way. Like I can't make an abomination Yoda in a way that like it's like shit like that, or putting a Tylenol bottle onto Trump's head, knowing that it's going to completely ruin the like, that's the whole thing. Like there's certain things that like, I think it's funny that I'm taking two things that already exist and then just making it like Frankenstein.
I wish we still had that like first version of AI that was like really trash, like the one that was
like the Rock eating rocks or
the Will
Smith eating spaghetti.
yeah. Like I wish we could isolate that version of it, because I would have, if we made thumbnails with that, I would. Oh my god, I would have no problem. I would have no problem with it.
Yeah, that was a special moment. I actually,
because it was so ugly
when it was looking horrible. It was fun. Yeah,
it was ugly in a way that only a shitty computer could make it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that, like, especially this new Sora shit, this new, like, version of it or whatever it's tricking way too many people, and it's deeply concerning.
Dude, and it is getting better. It is going to get to, it's just the nature of technology. It's going to get better until it's like
this is the worst it's ever going to be. You know what I'm saying? This snapshot in time.
Exactly.
It's just going to keep getting better.
It's like, this is the youngest you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's like, this is the worst that this is ever going to look. And it's starting to look real now, and it's starting to fool a lot of people. I just always assume now, whenever I see something, I'm just like, it's not real. Like, that's like my base assumption about something. Like, I'll like maybe go along with it for the sake of a conversation. But like, my assumption now, whenever I see a video of something that is meant to be like sensational, like, oh, look at this guy getting beat up, or like, this dog doing a fucking backflip or whatever, I'm just like, my immediate assumption is like, this is likely not real.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to. That's just kind of you got to be vigilant.
You know what's sad? It's going to get to a point where watermarks are going to be used for real videos, like authenticity.
Right.
Like, it's going to have to be like, no, this is real kind of a thing to differentiate.
The next big thing is going to be software that can prove if things are AI. I'm sure. That's going to be the next big boom.
Yeah, AI forensics.
Yeah, that's going to be the next.
I've thought about that.
Go into stuff like that.
I've thought about that, and I'm just wondering how long it's going to take for that to be accurate, because it's also going to say things that are real or fake.
It's going to take its time, but it's going to have to get there.
It's
too.
pretty. I would say that technology is probably pretty good. It's just like not a lot of people have access to that technology. It's kind of like how you can easily tell when like just by the color spectrum of audio, how like there's like that plugin and like or not the plugin, but like that window in like Premiere and stuff where you could see audio as like a color spectrum. Have you ever seen that window before? Where it's like you can take a clip no matter what, like you can download any clip and download it and see like if it's been edited at all just by looking at that color spectrum, because you can see where cuts are made and like where things like fade out and fade in. It's just like, oh, this is kind of useful. I think there's a lot of AI tools for that now, and AI is not sophisticated enough to trick it yet.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah, and maybe it never will actually. Like maybe it is kind of one of those things where it's just like, just by the nature. I think it'll be. There's obviously it's going to fool people, but like I do wonder if it is like that color spectrum thing where like no matter how realistic you make something, like if you put it in through this thing, like you're gonna be able to. Oh, that's where the audio is.
Yeah,
hopefully that's really scary. Hopefully, is that we have old idiot people running the world, right? And they're old and they're stupid.
Yeah,
what's crazy is that like so many of our
control militaries. And they control wars being done. So these old dumb people that are confused about, I don't know, opening Facebook are gonna be the ones that like, oh, I saw this thing of an AI of Vladimir Putin saying "fuck America" directly, and Trump's like, he said "fuck America," let's bomb them to dust.
Kingdom come.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know how old? Do you know when?
Great game.
So let me ask you something. When do you think, Kingston, Derek? When do you think Bill Clinton was born? What year?
I don't know.
47.
47?
Yeah.
He was definitely born 56.
Okay, interesting guesses. 1946. So Derek was close. Kingston, when do you think George Bush was born?
Is it also 46?
It is also 46. Kingston, when do you think Joe Biden was born?
Is it also 46?
It is also 46. Kingston, when was Trump born?
You're lying. 46?
I'm not even fucking exaggerating.
46, really?
we've been led by the same fucking generation of fucking old people for like 20 something years, with the exception of Obama, who was like, you know, in his 40s or whatever.
Yeah.
Late 40s. But like, dude,
Biden and Trump are
I might be
age.
wrong. Well, what I'm saying is like, yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, it is within a year. It is like within a year or 2 years. It's fucking ridiculous.
They're
like
probably born, all in the same decade.
It makes no sense. Trump birth year.
Because Trump, he's going to be 80, I think, and then Biden is
82.
Yeah.
Trump was born in 1946. Biden
will be like
which
40,
is insane.
44.
44, 43.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah, so he was 42.
That motherfucker
so he's
was-
even older, right? He's even older. But the point is, it's like, bro, the 40s?
40s were popping.
You were born in the 40s? And you're dictating AI policy, dude? No, dude.
Yeah, it's
No, brother. I frankly wouldn't trust people born in the 90s to dictate fucking AI policy.
How crazy is it that you can be the leader of the quote unquote free world, but also you can't be like an air traffic controller?
I know.
You can't do shit like that. They'll be like, "You're too old, leave." And it's like, bro,
it's actually fucking outrageous,
bro.
You can command armies, but you can't.
Like it's dumb. It's like when
feed
people.
yourself.
I remember the first time somebody told me, someone told me, it was like, "Hey, you don't technically have a license to be a police officer, so when you get fired from a precinct or whatever, you can just go to another one. But if you say scalp somebody as a salon art, as a what do you call them? What is that title called?
A beautician.
Yeah, like if you just completely ruined them, they will take your license away, and they're like, you can't just go to another salon. And I'm just like, this is so
is
fucking
crazy.
stupid. That like
it is actually nuts that is how it works.
Wow, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed this country's fucking stupid? Wow.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. So let's see. What else is this? What the fuck am I? I don't know what this means. I'm gonna read it because they wrote it. Israel's Bitch America wrote it. He says, "What's up? My endless source of entertainment. Speaking of Sweeney going to Costa Rica, I went when I was 11, and we had stopped at a convenience store near an." He says arenal volcano, but like I don't even know what that. I guess area volcano. I don't know. And he says it was summer, and I saw that there was eggnog. This is horribly written. So I saw that there was eggnog. It's crazy. So I got a half-gallon jug of eggnog in the jungle and drank it all, even though it tasted like shit. Funny enough, it was alcoholic eggnog, and I was throwing it for 2 days. That sounds like shit. That sounds like a horrible time. Throwing up by getting drunk off of eggnog in a Costa Rican jungle sounds genuinely like a nightmare.
I don't understand eggnog.
I love eggnog.
I don't love eggnog.
Doesn't do it for me.
But it's like a one time, it's like only a certain time of year you drink.
It's like an ingredient that I use for coquito, but like by itself, like
to me, it's like drinking. Like, oh, I'm about to have some French toast, and instead of making the French toast, you just drink it. You just drink the batter. You're just like, oh, this is delicious. You know, I'm.
This is way better than it would have been if it was done.
I love eggnog. I think shit's delicious.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even fuck with it anymore. So, like, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's where you're coming from.
I never liked eggnog before that, but I've been having some weird dreams about like making like I mentioned French toast. I've been craving French toast, man, and I've been thinking about just taking the hit, just dealing with the fucking the acid and all the inflammation. Because that's so good. It's such a simple thing: bread and eggs and a little bit of spices. Amazing.
Yeah, I love French toast.
Amazing.
So much. It's my favorite breakfast thing.
It's so good. And I feel cursed, but whatever. You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
Halo Teabag wrote in. He says, "Sup, Snark Tankies. Has there ever been something you want to like but can't because the creator/creators? For example, I want to like the unsubscribed pod, but I can't because I see the shit their hosts tweet and think, damn, they're dumb high school Republicans. I don't even know what the unsubscribe. I don't really pay a lot of attention to the podcast space, so I don't really unsubscribe.
I've heard of that, but
podcast.
I'm not sure if I've seen anything from them.
Who the fuck are these people?
You ever hear the podcast called? You ever hear the podcast called Trigonometry?
Oh yeah,
I can't.
That is such an
seriously.
embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Let's see what the about. Do they not have abouts on YouTube anymore?
A lot of people don't do that anymore.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Okay, so his podcast was Eli Doublestep, Brandon Herrera, Donut Operator, and the Fat Electrician. Oh, I remember.
That's
Donut
where I
Operator.
saw
Okay.
it. What's his name was on it? Mudahar was on the Upsubscribe podcast. That's where I saw it, and
Right.
I saw a clip of it where it was just because I guess there was always like little feelers out there that people were like, something's off with this guy, and he had another moment like that on the podcast where he was kind of saying, well, I don't get why people fucking write off their taxes for charity, like as if like, oh,
That's so crazy. Yeah,
it's
like
proving that what you're doing it only for tax breaks and you're not doing it for charitable purposes. And then they were like, no, dude, it's a great idea. It actually allows you to donate more money because they're not going to take any money from you. So, you know, like it was, they just like blew him the fuck out with that. And it just kind of exposed like, why are you even thinking that way? No one, I've never heard of anybody in their entire lives thinking that.
Was that Mudahar saying that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. I don't know really anything about. I only know a little bit about Donut Operator. He followed me a long time ago. I think he invited me to go shooting, and then I think he unfollowed me because I said something about how like I don't approve of cops shooting dogs in the face. And he was like, that was too. That was
a bridge too far.
I think he's a cop, so he's like very sensitive.
He was
to
like
cop
ex
issues.
FBI, or SWAT. SWAT. He was SWAT.
Yeah, so
I
he's
met him
like he
through
doesn't like
Bunty.
it. Oh yeah.
Oddly enough, we had a stream about Tariq Nasheed, and I invited a bunch of people on. And then Bunty was like, "Oh, hey, this is my buddy Donut Operator," and then we became okay. But yeah, throughout the years, I was like, "Oh, Donut, he's completely going in the cop direction." And
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever, you know, whatever greases the wheels, whatever gets the bills paid, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we're in an economy of like absolutely no scruples or morals. So like, whatever, just shoot a dog in the face for money.
Being pro cop is such a banana thing to me. It's like,
I guess it makes
liking
sense
the
when
cops
you were
is
a
crazy.
cop, right? When you were a cop, of course you're going to be pro cop because it's the biggest gang in America. So of course you're going to ride with your gang.
I just thought it was crazy because I feel like I've never said anything about police officers that isn't just like that isn't just so obviously true. No matter like who you're like, yeah, maybe don't shoot a fucking chihuahua in the face.
Yeah, you've never been like radical like abacab or like like
Yeah, I don't
ACAB.
think
Sorry.
No, yeah, I mean, I feel kind of fundamentally like the police system is inherently flawed, and I think if a good person does join, they're either rooted out by a lot of really shitty people, or it's just they're not abundant enough. Yeah, he's got to go get his thing. They're not abundant enough to really make a difference. In like, no one's happy to see a police officer unless they're like literally in like
danger.
abject danger.
Yeah.
Like you're never. Every time I'm driving and I see a police officer, I'm always like, ugh. Now everybody's gonna slow the fuck down because they know there's a goddamn narc on the road, and now this is gonna take way longer. It's just never a positive experience.
Liking cops
Which is
weird.
everybody feels
That's
that way.
weird
I just-
behavior to me. If you like a cop, you're strange to me.
Yeah, at the most, like maybe indifference or like appreciative when they come and they actually help you. But like outside of that, like I don't know. But yeah, that's really the only interaction I had with Donut Operator. I just thought it was very funny. I don't remember if that's exactly what the problem was, but I think it's like it was around the time where I was like sharing videos of police killing like really small dogs and being like, I think I said something. Hold on, I might be able to find the thing. And by the way, this isn't confirmed. I don't know if this is the reason, but I suspect that it would be. Let me see if from Chris Argun Cop, because I remember tweeting a video. I think I said something like cops who shoot dogs.
How do you search your Twitter things again? It's like if you put something.
You go in the search thing and you go from colon your username, no spaces, and then space, and then whatever you want to find.
Gotcha.
So yeah, oh damn it, where is it? Maybe if I search dog, I feel like maybe I don't tweet about dogs that often. Damn, I can't find it. But I had the opinion once that like basically like if you're a cop that shoots a dog, you should be thrown into the Coliseum with pedophiles and fight to the death for your right to exist. Which I have no issue with it. I still feel that way, actually.
You shouldn't be shooting animals. That's crazy. It's a wild.
Shooting a dog as a police officer is the most embarrassing thing.
Especially if it's literally not attacking you.
Well, dude, if it's literally not attacking you, and also if they're fucking small. Like, I'm sorry, I'm 5'4". I have never met a small dog that I was even remotely threatened by. Like, and I'm not going in there with like a gun and body armor and all the shit that they're running in there with. So if I can handle a fight, a scrap with like a Boston Terrier, I think a 6'5" built guy like Donut Operator should be able to handle it without, turning it into Swiss cheese.
You'd assume.
But that's just my opinion.
You'd assume.
I'm wrong all the time in some people.
Just a theory.
I'm wrong all the time in some people's minds.
That is just a theory, a game theory.
But I don't know if any things that I've wanted to like and then been unable to because of the creators. Like, typically, I'm pretty aware of the people that are behind the things that I like. Like, I guess the most recent, the example would be probably Saudi Arabia buying EA or like having that bid to buy EA, which means like, I like Battlefield quite a bit, and now I'm just like, I don't know if I could really buy Battlefield.
Morals,
like, I don't feel comfortable.
Principles.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing that really. I don't mind playing it. Like, if I managed to get like some key, or if like there's like a hand me down thing, or if somebody was like, if somebody for some reason was like, hey, here's Battlefield. That would bother me though, because it would still be like, if someone bought it for me, that would still ultimately be my. You know what I mean? That purchase wouldn't exist without me, technically. Even though it's one, I don't know. I feel weird about buying it. Yeah, but that's the closest. That's the closest thing about that I could think of as far as like whether there were things that I wanted to like but couldn't because of the creators. I don't know of any example. Do you have anything like that, Derek? Like something that you wanted to like but like couldn't because of the creators?
That I would say I'm very much. I'm on the cusp of abandoning. Like, I'm already not going to financially support the UFC. I haven't supported them in a long time because I feel like they screwed me over, especially when I bought one of their pay-per-views in 2017. It just didn't work. And so I had to pirate it anyway. And I was like, fuck you. I'm not paying for your shit anymore because that's crazy. Anyway, even now I've talked about this before. I was going to get on the Peacock because they're going to Peacock in 2026, which is phenomenal because they're on ESPN Plus and also pay-per-view. So people spend, if they're actually spending money, they're spending hundreds of dollars a year to watch these fucking fights. So now all you need is a Peacock subscription next year. And I was like, that's a godsend. But because of the direction that they got in, and I said like the Charlie Kirk thing with the final straw, like memorializing him. And then like, just like, I again, watching, pirating the shit again on the last pay-per-view. Fucking, there's like, they've been doing this for a minute, but it's just like, okay, Kash Patel. Like, I'm like, first of all, it's already gay that the director of the FBI is getting any camera time at all. No matter who it is. But now it's also Kash Patel. And then they're showing like as if it's any other celebrity. Like, oh, look at fucking Jared Leto's here. And I'm like, oh, great. And then look at this person's here. And then Kash Patel's here. And I'm like, bro, like, this is just the fucking RNC now.
Why does he even have to go to the UFC when he can just see it from his house?
I mean, it's the RNC, man. And it's crazy that the RNC would like the director of the FBI should even be included in that. Like they're completely politicizing things that are supposed to be neutral,
separate, literally.
Because they would literally would just keep the same people in power a lot of the times. Oh, this person did a serviceable job. It's like fucking Anthony Fauci. He's been around since Reagan. And now all of a sudden he's public enemy number one for the people on the right. We're like, nigga, he's been around the entire time. You're stupid. You're an idiot.
Yeah, the whole I don't know, the politicians hanging out in these spaces has always been annoying to me. I remember even when I was a lot younger and I was like annoyed when it bothered the hell out of me when like Barack Obama was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, because I remember just being like, you're not a comedian. What the fuck are you doing here? Or like when he would go on like I remember like Between Two Ferns. You remember that Zach Galifianakis show? Like he went on there, and I just remember being like, what the fuck is this? Like I guess they're with that. I guess it's a little bit different because Zach Galifianakis, I don't really know he's not really a comedian. He's just kind of like an actor. And actors are like literally paid to lie. Like that's their entire job is to like, this is my name now, actually.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like completely fake. So like that doesn't necessarily bother me. Like if like Sean Penn wants to, you know, play around a golf with Obama, I guess, like whatever. Like I find it weird, but like it's not as egregious as comedians doing it, in my opinion, or like comedy associated people, because like the whole thing, like this is like the first line of defense as far as like a free society goes. Like your ability to poke fun at the people in power is like one of the first things to go. And so for you to pal around, I don't know, man, like that's crazy to me.
It's super crazy. It
was embarrassing when fucking Hillary Clinton was on Broad City. I used to like that show, and then and that episode.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
It is so shit.
Why was she on there? It was so stupid.
They were funny, and then they had that episode, and it was just like, oh,
you stink on them. You couldn't get the stink off after.
I can never take this person seriously ever in my life, and they vanished after that. They were just done. Like after she lost the election, they fucking just farted off into no man's land.
Yeah,
and so when Theo Von and something's like when Theo Von has like fucking Trump on the podcast, it's like I can't. You're
dude. He's going through it right now. Have you guys heard about him?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, really going.
I want to go through it harder. Like
he's really
they make
going
these fucking
through
decisions for clout, obviously, and it's like, bro. At the end of the day, it's like I think Mitch McConnell is one of those people who mentions the long game. And I'm like, how do you guys not understand what the long game is versus just this quick fucking turnaround that they're trying to do for like some status and some fame or their agenda? You're supposed to play the long games, meaning that, it's going to be beneficial right now to have Trump on, but it won't be in the fucking long run because people will remember that shit. Stay neutral. Keep doing what you're doing. People are going to appreciate that. It's like fucking Bill Burr eventually he caved. Like everybody, he was the long game guy that just remained to be like, fuck all this stuff, fuck all this. Everyone loved him. And then just randomly out of nowhere, he's like, oh yeah, Riyadh, this is great. It's like, what are you doing? You're taking you're doing the thing now that you just, this is too good of an opportunity for me to pass up. And I'm like, no, it's not. Your legacy is tarnished now. You're crazy.
It's bad, man. You can't be doing that. Like maybe there's an argument to be made that like, oh well, you take comedians too seriously. It's like, and maybe comedians shouldn't be taken that seriously. But at the same time, like brother, like you can't just sit there. You know what bothers me? It's just look. Let me put it this way. I understand the frustration in like, this person did this wrong thing and then they come around to it, like kind of like Andrew Schulz, right? Although it's like, it's, tepid. They're doing the pivot now.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you should want people to pivot. Like, that's the point. And that is the criticism of a lot of the left. It's like, they don't really let people get better. It's like, it's just kind of like you're canceled and that's it. And then they only have the right wing to go to. It's not about that though. For me, it's just the frustration is like, how were you ever this stupid? I can't forget that you were ever this stupid. It would be like if Kingston came over to my house one day and he was like, hey, I'm excited to do the podcast. And then he opens his lunchbox and it's a pile of razor blades. And he just swallows them. He keeps swallowing them and he bleeds. He's bleeding. And I got to call the fucking hospital. And then he survives. Then he comes back. I'm just going to be thinking like, damn, you survived. You're not going to learn anything from that. But how the fuck were you so stupid to even do that in the first place?
See, that's the problem.
I don't know if I could look at you the same way, knowing that was even possible, that you ever thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
And so it just feels insane. Like, I get it. Like, people can change and they can realize that they did wrong or whatever.
Nah,
but like,
me, I don't give him that brevity. For me, I think with Schultz and all of those guys, they were getting sweet whispers into their ear. They wanted to be cool. They wanted to be relevant. They saw the money was over there. I think Theo was dumb enough to fall for it, though. I think Theo was actually stupid enough to fall for it. I don't know, man.
I don't even know about that.
Dumb enough.
You know why?
I think he's stupid
this
enough.
Is the thing that I'm having a problem with just being full on, like, or taking, it's because of who they've had on before. I don't believe this level of cognitive dissonance. I believe in playing the centrist grifter where they say, have on Bernie Sanders, just like Joe Rogan completely understands Bernie Sanders talking points, understands these populist fucking policies and everything. but then all of a sudden can turn around and be like, oh yeah, Trump is the best one for like, you understood everything Bernie Sanders was saying. And now all of a sudden you don't. Like, I don't believe that. Same thing with fucking not Andrew Schultz, but a version of him. But like we were talking about Theo Vaughn, because the same thing for him. I'm like, you can't both sides, like these policies clearly are for the people, and then what the other person saying is the antithesis to this. You can't tell me that you don't understand this. Or, okay, so when Bernie Sanders came on your podcast, you nodded your head and lied that you understood everything. I don't believe that. I believe
that's kind of those are the only those are the only two options.
I don't believe
that. But those are the only two options. Is that they're either liars or they're stupid.
Yeah,
and neither one of those is like admirable. It's kind of like when people like get angry at me for like just being left wing, even though I've always said that. It's like you either to be angry at this now would imply, because I've always said that, I've always been transparent about it. To be mad at me for it now means that you thought that I was lying. You thought that I was just like outwardly lying to you and everybody, and you liked that for some reason. Or you heard me and understood that I was telling the truth, but for no reason whatsoever, now it's a problem. You know what I mean? Like both of those make no sense.
Right.
Because you're like, what do you mean you liked it when you thought I was lying? You admire liars? Are you insane?
Apparently.
What the fuck is that? That's so crazy. I don't know. It's wild.
But see, here's the difference that especially when it's a podcaster with an audience and all this stuff that do these things, people that are just regular average people, they can get away with being that incredibly stupid because we've witnessed stuff like that all the time, and people are much more charitable to that and let them change and grow. Even some really hardcore leftists will be like, good, like, welcome to reality. But then when it's like these podcasters and these prominent people, I don't believe them because of what's at stake for their careers. And it's why, like, I'm like, all right, I've seen Bernie Sanders hit the campaign trail, go to West Virginia, talk to a bunch of complete retards, and then them be like, oh shit, I didn't know any of this, and change them forever. I've seen this. I've seen them go around everywhere, and I've seen multiple people do versions of this. Regular people, they change because they didn't know better. They hear these arguments, these policies, these talking points, are like, holy shit, I've never been exposed to this. Now you have these podcasters. Same thing happens to them. They say the same thing, but then Trump and his buddies roll around, and all of a sudden they're like, you make a good argument, sir. I'm like, no, I don't believe you. Because those other people that are dumb and that they're in West Virginia, for example, would be like, I don't fucking believe you, Trump, because what you're saying makes no sense and doesn't benefit me, because now they've been exposed to, progressive policies. And so that's why, like, I have a hard time believing. I struggle where I'm like, is Joe Rogan just the stupidest person alive, or is he a grifter? I still struggle with that because I know he's stupid in a way that he falls for AI slop. I get that. But as far as when it comes to endorsing Bernie Sanders to endorsing Trump, I don't believe in that level of stupidity. I think it's just dishonest fucking bullshit, getting roped into these opportunities with his buddies, Elon Musk and fucking Dana White and all that shit. And it makes me feel like they're much more despicable than just being completely dumb. And it pisses me off. Like, it just seems way more nefarious and like, I can't say it's 100%, but I would say 80% grifting. Like, especially when it comes to like Andrew Schultz, fucking Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn. I know he's perceived as a complete dumbass. He's, I got a fucking mullet and from Louisiana. But I'm like, you know better. I've seen you guys completely comprehend these populist fucking progressive policies, and then you still want to root for, like, I can't.
I think we got to start. I think we got to start leaning into the rhetoric that maybe we probably should have always leaned into, which is, we do not have any moneyed interests backing us at all.
Yeah.
Like, we are entirely fan funded, and the reason that is the case, we could probably, if we wanted this podcast to make bank, we could never say the word retard. We could cut the N-word out of everything. We could sit here, not make our ridiculous jokes, and just push whatever fucking policies whatever side wants. And we could do it. It would be fucking horrible for us. It would be so lame. But that would be the safe way to do it. The reason that this is not a sexy proposition for any kind of muddied interest is because it's the truth, and the truth is often not very sensational.
Yeah.
Everybody, and what I'm saying basically is like everybody else that you're listening to in the space is lying to you, and we are not. That's what I'm saying.
Well, a lot
I
of
know
them
that,
are.
and I know that's like
a large degree of them are.
And let me tell you something. I know that sounds like whatever pompous or whatever, and you know what? Fine, maybe it is.
Sometimes you gotta be.
That's the space.
Sometimes
now.
you gotta be.
Fuck off. I'm gonna own this because, like, dude, Tim Pool's out there pretending like he didn't get paid by Russia. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
You bald cue ball fucking loser. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Go play butt rock with your bald ass in your fucking compound, injecting yourself with all sorts of fucking weird vitamins before you record a fucking episode of your goddamn show. I'm over it, dude. I'm so sick of like pretending like this is not better.
Yeah. No, like you got
get over it.
I have a hard time things that I'm attached to, even any type of flowers or pat on the back or anything like that. But when I kind of try to step outside myself and then think of this product, and I'm like, this is something that I can be proud of. It's a little lazy at times, but that's, in my nature. I'm also kind of a lazy. I'm not the, go-getter type of artist that should really, so it is what it is.
Sure.
Besides that though, the fact that like, my mantra is like, no matter the consequences, stay true to yourself. That is how I've always been, and that is how I'll always be. And I feel like this is what this show is, like that. If a significant amount of money was placed in our lap to say, never criticize Israel or something, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Like I could use this money.
I'd come in with a yarmulke. I'd come with a yarmulke on. I'd be like, shalom.
Shalom. I would. I mean, I know this is a reiteration. Like we've talked about that many times. Like, oh man, we wish we had the capacity to like truly grift, because then our lives would be significantly more pampered.
It would be a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have it in me. I don't think, even in these times where I'm like, nothing matters, man, the bad guys won, I still can't convince myself to be like, well, can't beat them, join them, kind of a thing. I can't do it.
Well, this is me. This is my version of joining it. Is that everybody else is fucking lying to you, and we're actually real people, and a lot of these people are just not. Just straight up, they're goblins. They're goblins.
They're goblins.
They're goblins, and they're goblins in the dirt, and they're trying to kill you. They're trying to take your kids. They're trying to fuck your kids up. They're trying to give them all this crazy propaganda.
Yep,
it's not gonna work.
Trying to have hardcore sex with them. Don't let them do it,
man. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? What do we got left? This is a weird. Wait, is this? This is a weird one. But yeah, please, let's just get to this, because this is a weird one. Pleo TCA wrote it. He says, "You guys talked about Quinton Reviews a lot. Was he really that bad?" First of all, I feel like we haven't talked about Quinton Reviews really that much.
We made fun of that one thing about him being in blackface.
You talked about that like maybe like once or twice when it was like relevant to the conversation. We don't bring up Quinton Reviews.
Yeah. No.
And also that was so long ago that like I don't care.
Right? Was it the Blade review?
The Blade? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
No,
you said Quentin Blaze, right? Wasn't that the guy that did? Am I wrong?
Well,
I mean, statistically, yeah.
The only thing we were talking about specifically was meeting him at VidCon, and he was just
we had a weird Airbnb experience with him,
Yeah.
like many years ago. But like, I mean, I don't know Quentin. I don't know Quentin today. He's probably fine.
Yeah, who knows? Like, because he did reviews, and I didn't watch them or whatever. Who cares? Like, that's a bunch of people that do reviews. Cool, awesome. The thing that, because I made a Twitter trash video about him, and it was only because he, out of nowhere, unprompted, put out a tweet from all the people at VidCon, because there was like a bunch of people that took a picture in that fucking what's it called, Kekistan. That Kekistan flag was there.
Yeah, the Kekistan flag.
And like the thing about that flag, because like it's actually pretty layered. But like if you don't know about it, yeah, you just think like, well, that's just, these are Nazis, right? Because it's modeled after the fucking Nazi flag. But I'm like, yeah, it's, you guys don't understand the joke. I know you'll never understand it. It's fine, because we know some of the people that created it. Like Jeff Holiday was one of the people. And like the idea, it started off, and unfortunately, this is how Nazis always work. It started off making fun of them. It started off actually making fun of identity politics. And then it morphed into, at a certain point, like white supremacists started like getting into the frog.
Yeah, they like adopted it.
They adopted it.
Nice.
But
and then it died immediately, by the way. Like, it had no lasting impact at all. Like, you would if you showed the Kekistan flag now, like everybody would be like, what
the fuck is that? Exactly.
And it had like no actual relevance.
It
at all.
really it did. It dead on arrival because it just whatever. But like unprompted, Quinton just brought up like I forgot what he said, but he was just like talking shit. Like no one was talking about it. It wasn't relevant. It wasn't a hot topic or anything. People weren't talking about like the anti-SJWs or anything. So we just like out of nowhere just started shitting on people. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like you just like, you did nothing. Why are you shitting on people? Especially there's some people that were just in the photo that just didn't have any connection. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was like and then I started talking about our just awkward encounters and how he kind of behaved. He was a little weird and didn't give anybody a ride. That was actually my thing that really pissed me off. We're all trying to find fucking taxis, right? When we all like went to eat somewhere, and then so whoever were able to get one, let's pack the car. And he's just like, nope. Took his own taxi. Oh, we're all going back to the same Airbnb. He took his own taxi, and I'm like, well, that was incredibly rude, but it is what it is. But like that's literally the most. That's the worst I have to say about him.
Yeah, there are far worse. There are far worse.
I would have done the same thing. I'd be like, all right, bro. Hope everybody gets home safe.
Yeah, you would have done the same thing, which is why.
So I do every time. I'm like, I'm not helping you. Fuck out of here. I've spent my whole life being nice to people. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I see. That's why I'm sick.
You're also an adult. You'll be fine. Leave people behind. Drunk woman in a place you don't know anybody. You'll be fine.
That's crazy.
You decide to drink, right? You decide to drink. I didn't make you drink, right?
I didn't make you drink.
So have fun getting home. I'm going to leave you now.
So crazy.
Anyone that can do that is a true demon. Truly demonic.
Let's see what Quinton Reviews is up to, though. Let's see.
All right, let's see. Sween licks his hands clean after using the toilet.
Every damn time.
Wrote in. Because in episode 363, Chris and Derek, Sween wasn't there because he's stupid. We're talking about Confederate statues being torn down. Some Confederate statues were put up during the 1930s, but most were in the 1960s during the Civil Rights era. So they have no real historical value and can be torn down with no real loss.
Well,
I still think that I don't know.
History is just the past. Yeah, I don't like that argument, but I did reference that, at least if I remember correctly, that they were put up as a response. Like these are monuments to racism. But like taking them down makes absolute sense, changing the names, but that part of history is a lesson. I don't mind it being in a history and be like, look what these people did in response to these people being free.
They should be in museums ultimately because it is still like a historical thing that happened, and it's really that is a really interesting conundrum because I think there's validity on both points,
like destroying them versus preserving them.
Yeah, there's validity on both points.
I understand.
I think there's genuinely never a good reason to destroy history. Actually,
I agree, but also at the same time, that history is particular.
Dude, if there's a Holocaust museum, Sweeney.
Like, I understand.
I just don't understand the destruction argument.
I'm not for team destroy them. I'm not for team destroy them. You
just understand how people feel.
I can understand feel.
That's completely fine. That's nothing here or there. Like I think
I'm just like
anyone who's not a racist,
get rid of them. No.
Anyone who's not a racist, I think, understands like, oh, I understand why you would want them destroyed, but here's an argument to why we should preserve it because so we don't forget why. Because there's a lot of people, unfortunately, probably the vast majority of the country doesn't know when they were built or why they were built. Because when you even think about the Civil War only took place over your high school years, it makes it sound like this was the Confederacy was some long lasting bastion of fucking Southern ideals. And it was all this shit going on. I was like, no, dude, it was a fucking war. And then they lost and the losers do not get fucking monuments. Are you retarded? Like, in what war are you supposed to do that? Where it's like, all right, okay, things were bad were bad in Germany, but here's a Heimlich Himmler. Here's like, come on, like, shut the fuck up, dude.
If you think about it, the Confederacy was like the first like participation trophy. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, you lost, but like, here's a statue of your guy. Like just because you did a good job.
That's all because of the fact that Johnson took over. It's literally just because of him. It's like all him. Like died and John took over, and it's like, well, if he didn't die, like I really think if Lincoln didn't die, the history would be so different in America. It'd be hilarious.
If Lincoln didn't die,
yeah, 100%.
Johnson, what do you?
You know that Abraham Lincoln, he died, and then Vice President Johnson took over.
What's his first name?
Is it Andrew Johnson?
I think you're right.
It's Andrew Johnson, if I'm mistaken.
I think you're right.
But he was
I was talking about
full blown racist, like straight up racist. So it was like, well,
sure.
all that work's done, and then then the wolf gets in the hen's house, and you're like, well.
I was reading it as like for some reason I was reading it as because we were talking about, like,
so you're thinking like Lyndon B. Johnson. Were you thinking of that?
Right, because he was mentioning the 1960s.
Okay.
And then you're just like,
yeah, because he did
Johnson.
sign in
like,
but again, not because he felt like it was right.
Right.
Not like
Absolutely.
to the Civil Rights Act. It was not like he was like, oh, at the bottom of my heart, I deeply believe in this.
He was like, he came here to do this. Might as well get it done, I guess. And his wife with his blood on her was still there. And she was like, please sign this and let me go and mourn now.
It's
they were
interesting,
like,
man.
all right.
It's interesting, man. The Confederates, they invented the participation trophy by giving themselves like their statues. The red states are welfare states, literally, depending on blue state stock. It is very funny that like everything they seem to like really loathe is just everything that they are.
I think the problem
It's
is that,
fascinating.
I think the problem
It's
is
like
that
interesting. Like psychologically, I think it's like really cool.
it's very cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
Put them in
think
like a petri dish and like kind of like watch it.
But yeah,
You know,
the
just
person
kinda,
that
like,
wrote in,
observe it.
listen, I would I would feel no feelings if I saw
Right.
all of those statues destroyed. I'd be like, oh, that's like maybe not the best thing to do, but I wouldn't feel any like, oh no. I'd be like,
Yeah.
it would be
very much
it
like
would
that.
be great if like people learned from history. Because people actually learn shit from history. You'd be like, oh yeah, fuck those statues. People learned that the people that made them were terrible.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, people don't
it's considered
learn.
liberal brainwashing. Like history is considered like facts and logic are
Yeah.
considered liberal
They want to
brainwashing.
teach slavery in history. It's like, yeah,
Bro,
'cause it's,
Prager, you
know,
remember
the
their
greatest
shit?
human sin, yes.
Did you see
Yes,
that?
it
Did you
is.
see PragerU's thing where they're whitewashing slavery? Did you see that?
Well, in the museums?
Oh,
No,
what did he
PragerU.
say? It was
they
like-
had like a
yeah, well,
like a
It
cartoon.
was a
thing.
cartoon, right?
Yeah, and then
They were
what
like
was it?
valuable skills.
they're
were being
basically
taught
trying to
us,
make the
yeah.
argument that like this isn't so bad. Like everybody was doing it back in the day, which is first of all not even fucking true. That's the thing that pisses me off. There was a lot of people who were on board because they were fucking brainwashed, but in the same way where it's like, hey, we're going to hike these taxes up on you and lower them for the rich people. And most people vote for those people. It's not that they actually want that shit. They've been tricked into fucking supporting it.
Look, slavery has always been a thing in the world, but chattel slavery is a different thing. It is definitely more insidious.
And it's like, hey, how do you
It
own
is like
people?
definitely.
I actually don't know if that matters to the degree that you.
I think it does. I think it does because
Isn't that kind of
the
like
diaspora the diaspora shows that it does. Unfortunately,
No, but-
like
no,
I'm
but
not
I'm
saying that one is. It's not like shades of bad, but it's like systematically and structurally one is done sheer insidiously. Like one is like done for like, oh, we're going to take people and like build our nation and take their will from them. That's fucked up. Other one is like, these are worse. Straight up, these are worse.
No,
we're
but-
going to make laws about them being worse. We're going to destroy what they were so they don't have anything who they were anymore. Like it's different. I'm not disregarding other people's
I understand. It just
ventures.
Like,
It is because it's all horrible.
I would
People
make
that
the
are
I would make the case that there are types of slavery that are not insidious, but like I know what you're saying.
Like
I think-
I do
Yeah.
think that like
There's more to it than just the slavery.
I just think that people need to recognize that how you want to use the word insidious, the quote unquote powers that be at any time period is to where they can get the poorest people who won't benefit from any of this on their side. So like the people, rich people, business people owned slaves because they're the only ones who obviously can afford them. And to the poor person that's struggling to feed their fucking family are not getting anything from that. They're not getting anything from that because they're still fucking probably farming and making their own food and
They're
not
getting
even
social
buying the
credit in
products
their
that
mind.
slaves
They're
are creating
getting-
because those are being exported.
Yeah.
Like people like the way that like, oh, everybody was doing this kind of a thing, like the PragerU type of thing. And I'm like, no, even now where the rich people who are consolidating all the wealth and doing all these fucking horrible practices, most people aren't doing it and not benefiting from it. But then people are being convinced that it's good for them, like trickle down economics. Rich people don't buy into the economy. They invest. So how the fuck would that ever work? They knew that. They know that, but then they try to
I
convince
agree.
the average person that this is going to be good for you and then vote for it. And it's
Well, we also the elephant in the room really is that we still have a lot of slavery.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, quite a bit.
No one,
it's not localized in America in the same way.
100%.
Like we have prison slavery. We rely on third world slavery to keep our entire system operating. So it's
Prison
like
slavery is a big one, man. It's just like fucking
Prison slavery is the
modern
big
day sharecropping, you know? Like, and that's
literally, yeah. So whatever.
yeah,
I think it's all very silly.
fucking just a bunch of knuckleheads at the top, you know?
Just a bunch of just a bunch of those guys. All right, let's get one more and then let's bounce.
It sucks. We had a chance to avoid these problems, but I think what happened is we did.
No, we didn't.
No, we did. We just didn't.
We had
didn't make right decisions.
We had one chance, and let me tell you what that chance was. We could have made a good Halo game, and then it would have all been fine.
Yeah, we missed our chance to blow.
I really think everything would have been better.
I think it's the internet. I think the internet really cooked us.
The internet did absolutely.
Without
we are clearly not. We are clearly not involved enough.
We had
to
the chance. The thing is that I just don't understand what, like, I don't get what happened where, like, some people were just like, I'm gonna, like, look at things, like, I guess it's like your ability to decipher information, but it's like you watch these things, right? Throughout history, all of history, the stories are written about, like, tyrannical people and people that are trying to let the world not go anywhere being bad guys. But people sat down and watched all this, and then they were just like, no, I like the bad guys. And it's like, but you're not supposed to. How do you like them? Like, you can think they're cool, you can think they look cool, you can think they sound cool. But you're supposed to be like, oh, no, but what they're doing is wrong.
I think that's the wrong perspective because they think the bad guys are the good guys. Like, in real life. I know that
who thinks that?
It is,
like,
look, they think Donald Trump is a godsend.
I love Lily. Look, I love Lily, right? I love her with all my heart.
Uh-huh.
She's my everything. She loves Darth Vader. And I'm like, honey.
Yeah, that's fine. She doesn't want to actually fucking do Darth Vader type shit. Does she?
She's like, he's cool, but he's wrong, right? And it's like, no, but it's like, he's wrong.
I don't believe she does it.
He's wrong. You'd be surprised. You would be sad how many women are like, I forgive Anakin.
I think he's got a point, to be fair. Like,
I think Anakin has a point, but he's still wrong.
I think Darth Vader has a point.
That's crazy. I don't
think Anakin has a single point at all.
That's great. I think Anakin has a point. I think Darth Vader is insane.
I think Darth Sidious has a good point.
Yeah.
I think who's another? I think Carnage has a good point.
Yeah, Carnage for sure.
I think, yeah.
Joker very based and realized.
The Joker is quite based by my estimation.
He was always the one villain that I was like, this nigga's dumb. The whole time I was like, Joker's so stupid.
He's fun, man.
Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, because I was like, why doesn't Batman, like, I don't know, break his back or arms or something?
He's beaten him to a pulp and then he recovers and still gets out.
He's beaten him to a pulp. He has not severed his vertebrae.
That is true.
I would make that. He'd be a quadriplegic.
He's not a murderer.
Well, that's
interesting.
That's why I think
he is actually.
I think that
effectively, yes, he is actually.
I think the Red Hood coming out was probably one of the best. Like, finally, they addressed that. You know.
Yeah, and it ruins. I think a hot take. I think that ruined Batman's character entirely.
Yeah.
I think that moment they thought they cooked. They were like, and then afterwards
Kingston,
they're like,
clearly. I mean, they clearly did cook because it.
No, they didn't.
It resonates very heavily with.
I mean, I think that ruined his character actually, because there's no that is not a good reason at all. That reason they gave, they thought it was like because
it's not about it being a good reason. It's he's crazy.
Okay,
he literally can't. I think that's him rationalizing it. To be honest with you, like him having like a no kill rule because like, oh, if I cross it, like the number of murderers stays the same. I think that's him rationalizing the fact that like I think he's genuinely traumatized by the concept of death and he can't bring himself to do it.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's a matter of like how people talk about it.
Yeah.
I think it is. He traumatized clearly in a matter of death, but I think that moment still destroys his credibility as a character for me to a degree. Because it's like, you can't kill people. I understand that. He killed the kid that you brought into this. Now what? Now what do we do? Do you just darn
my
it.
code. No, like I
It's
think
Jason is staring him in his face. It's
I think
like
it
he
just
murdered
gave
me.
it confirmation.
And now I'm crazy.
I think why I think it was so good.
It reinforces
It just reinforces
that-
what a lot of us theorize, because I remember being at fucking functions like talking about this shit. And we're like, okay, because it was interesting that it was like, all right, whose responsibility? Isn't it the state's responsibility to kill Joker? So it was like we were getting to these philosophical levels. However, if you are because this was a counter to it, if you're a vigilante already, you're doing everything but that. Like, you're already breaking the law. So why, if it's the state's responsibility, you should not be a vigilante at all. So that would be the argument, the counter argument, that he shouldn't even be doing anything.
You're already
so you're
there.
doing
You're already
everything
there,
but that one thing. Like, come on, brother. Like that's
I don't know, man.
that would kind of swayed me, because I was always like, well, yeah, the mayor should just cook him. Like when he cooked the Joker,
Yeah.
throw him in a vat of acid, cook him.
I think,
always and I think, and this is probably just like headcanon for me, but I think there's a part of Batman that wishes he could.
Yeah, no,
I think Batman wishes he could do
I
it.
agree.
But
He's traumatized. He's too traumatized to do it, but I still think that's dumb.
It's
still
not
think that's
dumb in a way
stupid.
that when you witness your parents being murdered, you don't know what's going to happen to your brain.
No, I am being as honest as possible with that. Where it's like, yeah, clearly there is trauma. There is a ton of trauma involved in this, right?
Yeah.
But the idea of him allowing Joker to live is still dumb, because he is killing people.
Yeah, but like
now his action is directly killing people. And now when he stops Jason from doing it, when he stops Azrael from doing it, when he stops Damian from doing it, he's not only stopping people that were killed from getting retribution.
Well,
which is just not fair. Like you cannot, you can't rationalize it.
It's not fair. That's
it's
not
It's
fair.
crazy.
But
if
also,
Jason,
the
I would have
argument,
blew his head off. I would have just shot him in the head. I'm like, oh, he's dead.
yeah,
now.
everybody,
Oh, he does.
every sane person would kill Joker. That's the point.
Yes, that is the
sane person
point.
would kill Joker. But the issue also is that like, there's an argument to be made that like, he's not. He could save more lives killing Joker. I agree, and I would do the same thing. But the issue is like, to say that it makes no difference is like, no, I think like he would, without Batman, the Joker would have killed more people.
Yes, that's true.
So I think that's ultimately what it is. It's like, I'm saving people, period. You know,
that's not
something.
That's not a good argument though. Like I understand what you mean. Like, yes, Batman has technically made Joker kill less people, but he has also let Joker kill people, so that nulls itself out.
No, I don't agree, because like without Batman, he would still be. He can't let people. Batman's not letting the Joker kill people because no one else is killing the Joker.
He is letting people kill Joker.
No, he isn't.
He's actively prevented other heroes from dealing with him.
Without him,
I agree.
Well,
without him, there might not be a Joker. Without him, there might not actually be a Joker even. That's another argument.
There certainly wouldn't be a Robin to go after him.
But there would be.
There would still be a Joker.
People from Bloodhaven. There would be. I feel like at a certain point, somebody would have to.
Like I think the net good does eventually
Gotham's hero.
Yeah, savior. Yeah. And if I was to be a dude, if I was to be some like fucking guy with a gun,
it would have been Alfred. Alfred just would have walked up and shot him,
blown his brains out. Would have been another Punisher. For me, that's when the argument between him and Spider-Man come into contact, where I'm like, Spider-Man is just better than him, because Peter does not want to kill people, but Peter is not going to let a threat exist that is just slaughtering people.
I like the psychological.
That is why that argument falls apart for me, because I'm like, Spider-Man will do everything he can. He is a guilty person, just like Batman feels as if he's guilty. Similar sense. No, but Spider-Man will fight to stop.
There is a difference between them though as characters, because like one person lost their parents when they were like a child.
Yeah, in front of him. It's so traumatizing. Yes, and
the Uncle Ben thing is different.
It is different, but it's still another traumatizing moment.
Sure, but
extremely traumatizing.
I just think people react to trauma in different ways. I think Batman's character is totally fine. Like I think it works.
I think it worked for a period of time.
I think it works
until that moment.
I think it works
until
better.
That moment. It fell apart.
I think it works better than him being some boring fucking moral guy. I really think that shit's boring, and the fact that he's like psychologically tortured and he's fucking bringing in young boys to do like it's so crazy. When you just think about it for a little while, you're like, this guy's insane.
It's more lore. It's like, oh wow, look at that. But I think we live in a world where morality is down the drain. And I think because people love characters that are so complex and fucked up, when it's like you could like goodness.
I don't
too.
think that's
good is fine.
I don't think that's the issue. I don't
I
think
think
having more like white knights will make people more like, because they're being convinced by horrible people with a lot of money to be shitty, and
that
comic books
that morals don't matter.
Override that because they have not.
I mean, I think they play a part in it. I think media plays a part in these things clearly.
I think media plays a part in isolated incidences, but not in the collective of believing that, like,
I think media plays a part in collectives entirely. That's how it works. It's what media does.
I don't think so, because
it's always done.
People have.
How would media not do that?
Because
the Bible's media, and it's played a part in people's fucking perception of the world. What do you mean?
Yeah, I said not on average, not collectively. I think that's not where people. I don't think media is where people collectively get their morals from. It's their parents.
Who get it from what?
Their fucking parents.
Who get it from what?
It keeps going.
The things they absorb. The things they absorb around
the circumstances
them. The
that
media
they're
they
living
absorb.
In. So a lot of times it will be depending on, like, say for example, the most people are religious. So it depends on which congregation you're with is where your morals are from. So the people who actually believe in, like, genuine good and helping out communities versus mega churches and whatever the fuck, this is where these people are. So these people are about maximizing profits, which was instilled in their brain by fucking corporatist pieces of shit and lobbyists.
But that's still the things you absorb.
What you're absorbing, that is not through fucking comic books or fucking movies.
Not comic books. No, it's through media, through stories, through music. All that stuff influences who you become. Literally,
I'm just saying, like, even when you see people writing Christ is King and all this stuff, they don't absorb the stories of Jesus Christ. They just
100%. I agree.
Things, and they're acting as
to validate
and
themselves.
There's examples of how they grew up with their parents and how their parents behave.
I agree.
And it's not that they were watching fucking Superman or something. They were fucking living in their environment, which was, hey, I'm with good people that are teaching me good morals, or I'm not. And so,
but I think media inherently has a huge effect on it, because we live in a world where media has completely altered people's perspective.
I think it's much more happening at an alarming rate because of, like, TikTok and all that shit. But, like, usually by the time people get on social media, I wouldn't say their morals are 100% set, but they're already kind of been, exposed to their parents' ideals. And so what I'm thinking is, I think
they're forming for sure, but they're not done. Because I think you kind of become who you're going to be in, like, your late 20s. I think that's when you're kind of like, you've solidified who you are for the most part. I think solidified.
What do you mean, as a job, or do you mean you as your own moral and ideals?
As a person. I think as a person, because I think the final step is you find out who you are exactly. I think the final steps that you find out who you are exactly is when you have to be on your own.
Was that for you,
that is
though?
when you truly. No. It was sort of formed. It was like the framework was already there, and then me being in a 20-something.
I would say about, like, 14 years old. 15, I knew exactly.
I would not say by 14.
I knew
15.
exactly who I wanted to be, and I knew what would matter to me. And it was like,
I think you're a rare case.
I don't think so. I think people like.
I do think most people do not solidify. Well, that's also to be fair. You are still in the era of boobs and butts. LOL. You know, you're definitely 14 forever. In fairness,
but, like, what I'm saying is, like, not like your job and shit. Not like, oh, what am I going to do to get money and stuff like that. But your morals.
No, I think
if you haven't formed your morals by like your high school years, like, I'm worried about you. Because
I don't think so.
I think people form their morals by high school.
I think the framework of their morals are formed by high school, but I think the finalization of becoming who they are is in your when you're on your own. Because I think what happens is that when you're around
should have morality
people around
before
you,
that doesn't make sense.
I think you have it. I think you have the framework of it, but I think
you should know the difference between right or wrong and what you are going to, what path you're going to go down by the time you're a teenager. You understand?
I think
you can ignore. I know this is right and I know this is wrong. I will ignore it. You become older, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to ignore that shit anymore. It's crazy. But you understand already. You know this.
I agree. You start figuring out what right and wrong by that time. But I think the nuance of you being on your own and no longer in your familiar echo chamber is what happens to people when they go to college and stuff. That is literally what happens. That is why that you have that process of leaving to go to college and sort of having a pseudo living on your own experience for you to finish developing and like, oh, this is my perspective.
So is that what happened? Like that's what I'm asking. Is that what happened? You weren't sure about your morality until you started talking to other people.
I think there's too much of a focus on morality because
that's what this whole argument has been about the entire time, because we're talking about Batman and him being a moral person. We need more moral superheroes and stuff.
I think
whether he was a moral person.
I thought the conversation was about like people figuring out who they really are.
That's what it
morphed into, but that's not what it. That's basically not like a purposeful straw man, not like a purposeful thing.
Sure, yeah.
But in a thing that way, the whole argument was why, say, Kingston doesn't like Batman or he thinks it ruined his character. And we're thinking it's much more interesting. I think interesting psychological people and more complicated people are more interesting. And he was saying it's like, having like more moral people probably be better for society because they heavily, are inspired or, they take from examples of media. And then that's where the art, is started to blossom from there. Sure. And so, but like, I understand that you collect stuff, right? As you get older and older and older, but just I'm just talking about like, say, how much does media affect your morals versus say the people that you directly grew up with for the first like 10 years. I think it's just so vastly not the same.
I think definitely your family is the primary source of your moral compass when you're younger,
and
especially if you're around your family a lot.
Have a good family, because then you should be okay. Because if you don't, that's when I think everything you're saying kicks in. The people who didn't have a good environment, and then they need to start hanging out with people like in college that are decent people and start to learn from them.
Because I would say my family, my grandmother's
a really the opposite. They hang out with horrible people.
Because my grandmother's a very good person, but the things I was drawn to innately as a kid were things that were like kind of giving you like a particular moral compass, where it's like, do the right thing, try to be kind, that kind of stuff. Even the Bible was one of those things for me, where it was gearing me towards like, hey,
But you needed that though.
I think everyone needs
because you only had your grandmother because your parents had you, and then they were like, "Ew, it's so ugly."
Yeah, my mom said that she died. And then, she gave birth to me. She was like, "Gross." She died, and my dad went to space.
So crazy.
Yeah, she looked at you and died immediately, and then your dad was like, "Well, I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't."
And then
I didn't sign up for this.
And then your grandmother found you in a basket.
I think it'd be good for a lot of kids, man. I think it'd be good for a lot of kids to have this more figures that were just morally like on up and up.
I think
I think we constantly run into not having it. I think that's the problem.
PBS and like Nick Jr. shows are pretty solid. I'm honest.
They're good for your kids, honestly. We just don't have them anymore.
I don't know what like say Bluey. I've never seen that. I don't know if that's like a good moral show.
Bluey's a good show.
So like I think
there's one episode of that show that was apparently controversial because everybody was like, this is not a good message to be sent.
What is it?
Do you know what it is? Are you familiar with Kingston? The one where they sell the house? So there was a episode of Bluey where the parents, I don't really know the structure of the show, so I have fragments of what this is. But like the dad was like selling their house. And they were going to move. And, the whole thing was like, I guess the kids coming to terms with like, oh, our entire environment's going to change, like how to cope with that or whatever. And the end of the episode is the dad being like, they packed up the bags in the car. And then he was like, never mind. Actually, we're going to stay.
Is that a particularly bad thing?
Yeah, I don't look. It's not a moral lesson where he's like, actually, life is cool. It's not like crazy, but it is kind of like one of those things where it's like, I don't know if that's necessarily a fantastic thing, because the episode should be about
completion. If they got to the completion of them becoming okay with it, and then he's like, we'll stay, then that's different.
No, because that's not a realistic, that's not how that works, really. You can't just sell your house and then be like, nah.
I think that part is fucked. But I think it's the people coming to terms with the leaving. I think that's the part that would have to like fix it.
That's what should have. Yeah, I mean, I don't care ultimately, but like, if you're trying to make like if you're trying to authentically like give kids like a good like show that teaches them like foundational like coping back or things that they're going to be dealing with, I feel like it's a better lesson probably would be like, yeah, the house is gone.
Yeah, the house is gone.
Teach them the lesson that instead of like a wish fulfillment where it's just like, actually he sold the house, and actually, because now imagine how many kids are going to be like, oh, we sold the house, and it's like, why can't you just pull out last minute?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
why can't you do like Bluey did or whatever?
Bluey's a better dad than you.
You know what's crazy? I've always wondered the idea. Like, I think there should be more things that show kids being in uncomfortable situations and kind of dealing with it. In the sense where it's like,
yeah, you're a big fan of kids in uncomfortable situations.
You're going to be uncomfortable. There are going to be times where you're going to feel like you're not exactly in the space where you want to be your happiest, but you have to understand and navigate that. That's like a thing that like, because a lot of people just don't have that ability.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, I'm in a situation where I don't like, and I'm going to fucking shut down. I'm going to freak out. And it's like, well, no, you should be able to be like, all right. Because I think I found it through trauma. And I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it at all. That's not the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, hopefully you can
like
avoid that. Yeah.
But like, I think you should figure out how to deal with spaces around you. Because a lot of kids just don't, you know?
Right. We're going to read the $25 and up names now because everything that Kingston's saying is so boring to me.
That's crazy, bro.
We're gonna move.
Everything useful is so boring.
We're going to read the $25 and up names. Now, remember, you can go to patreon.com/SnarkTank, get your name right at the end of the show. Join this tier. You can also get ad-free access, early access, exclusive episodes. SnarkTank.shop for merch. Would you learn something? Did you see something?
Oh, shit. The DC KO event's happening finally.
Oh my god! I thought it was gonna be. I thought you were gonna say that Charlie Kirk died again, or
something like.
Nah, KO's awesome, bro. It's a DC battle royale. I'm so excited.
All right, I'm gonna go check on these maintenance people. Make sure they're not rotting in my living room.
Yeah. What if you go into your living room and there's no furniture?
I mean, I have renter's insurance, so I wouldn't be that mad because I would just fudge all the numbers. And be like, oh, my couch was $2,000. My fucking TV was fucking.
My couch was $3 billion. I hope you got that money.
It's up to 100,000, sir.
My couch was $3 billion. I hope you got my fucking money.
Yeah, go check your thing. So I'm gonna read the names. Yeah, so yeah, $25 and up patrons get their names right at the end of the show. It could be anything, so you can make me say whatever the fuck you want, and yeah, that'll be it. Count me down.
3, 2, 1.
The Joker's girl squirted on me. God's favorite femboy, Malik Berry. Anal fuck off, John. Let me do my foot job, foot cake. Or let me do my job, foot cake. Kobeba, animatronic Sweeney, powered by Gay Eye. TM. Teague, Jersey, no draws. Kingstron 1501 gets damaged and becomes worst co-host. The gay spider, a secret gay psyop to make Chris Ray gay. Guy so Jewish he tips in coupons and wants change. Motherfucker, don't you know you'll never come near me? Shove this tooth tunes up your ass. Have you hearing shit queerly?
Interesting.
Getting Jude out of $25 by two sexy big black Israelites and a light-skinned twink, Delta Gamma. Literally fed this toddler last week. Why is it still crying? Squimp is bugs. Clamuel Esquire III. The straightest thing you can do is fuck trans women. Hit me up. Episode ranking viewer Halloween costumes. Ozempic Drauger. Sween for Halloween wearing just the Dr. Neo N. Hercules, Percules, Mercury, Worker Bees Overseas, Seashells by the Shishorcules. I am going to kill the president with a mortar. The horrors beyond comprehension exist on Sween's phone. Why do you think he's always giggling like that?
Not that bad.
Antarctica is officially considered a desert. 2 rats piloting Mecha Sween. Old snake, but he's addicted to paint huffing. Working forearms until they are the same thickness as my arms, and dressing like Steve from Minecraft. I suck dick cause gay. You gay cause I suck dick. Not same. Berserker, Black Man, Backshotting Broly, Reckless Rhino, The Sloker 2, Why So Derpy. Guys, how do I carbonate my blood? I want fizzy boners. Used Fleshlight Salesman. Play Megabonk. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors. Charlie Kirk, more like Shirley in the Dirt. Old Man Spaghetti Nuts. Domo Nation. Liberty Prime is online. System nominal. Weapons hot. Embrace democracy or you will be eradicated. Derek, not Chauvin is innocent. Hashtag free. I'm round that Asian making his 42nd Patreon account to sub to all the $25 tiers. You're a blue collar worker. That's cute. I work at a ball crushing factory where they crush my balls.
Real
Chris
shit.
interrupts people more than Sweeney. Free my brother Jingston. A silly little Billy snorting coke and pilly. Queen of Fap Hazard. Blonde blue-eyed German man campaigning to make Pokemon 2D again. I don't need to confront the truth because I have my Raycon everyday earbuds in my ear.
That's so ridiculous.
Gay, homeless, and deported. Ow, ooh, ow, my neck. Thugzilla versus the IDF super soldier Melvin Baum. Everybody knows Melvin Baum, the classic titular character.
The iconic character Melvin Baum.
The iconic Melvin Baum. GTA 4 swing set glitch funneling Sween's cut into the American Heritage Foundation. Peebus Dinkeldorfsky for Laramie County Coroner. I don't know what any of this shit that feels like a fucking incantation. Saw Derek sleeping on the train, so I touched his blank. Benasis, a Greek god of the herb. The Sween animatronic still looks like shit. Big meaty stinks. Canola Joe reloaded. Hey guys, can I borrow Sween for a few Mandingo fighting tournaments? Gay actor Rosebud Delicious pulling a Kurt Cobain with an elephant gun. Sorry, I can't. I had a burrito. Trained her wrong as a joke. She ain't even know it. Heath back from the fields. What did I miss? Gids. Actual Sween quote. Episode 277. What if instead of Spirited Away it was called Take the N-Words Away? Y'all, you should all dress up as an Oreo cookie. Hard hat PP. Monkey Man now owns an RPG 7.
Nice. What, the Monkey Man?
Monkey Man!
What?
Lily hates Indians. Man? Dot, not feathers. Obama, when he met Michelle, be like, oh, let me be queer. The power of the cum in the penis of my ass.
That is so stupid.
That is really dumb. Kingston is becoming genuinely irritating to listen to. Please fire him now. Look at all those fake guitars behind Derek.
They're all just cardboard. They're just cardboard of that dimension. That's it. Like,
Derek has a North Korean kind of situation going on where it's just everything behind him is entirely cardboard and entirely fake. To
understand. He doesn't own a single real thing.
Yeah.
Everything is cardboard. Even that chair's cardboard. It's just cardboard and fucking tape.
I considered putting hot sauce on my throat and pretending my throat was slashed. And like I seriously considered doing it.
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm fine.
I was like, "Whoa, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna leave now," and I'll just exit.
Damn.
Part of me wishes that I could like figure out like that I was sophisticated enough to figure out a way to like duplicate my camera and cut to like convincing AI footage of me melting in my chair before you noticed. Like, so like immediately know it's AI, but like you'd be like, that can't be AI because how did he do it live like that? Like, yeah. But at Starbucks, at the Starbucks drive-thru to get my Gimp a pup cup. Kingston's dad was clearly taking Tylenol. Shirtman movie, extra ammo, Sween gay. Look, you look like you could use a fucking lamp. Are you guys going to do the call-in stuff? Just wondering. I actually have a Discord set up for it. I actually built it out. I want to beta test it with some people first to make sure like all the settings are correct.
Let me know whatever it is because I was watching Stavy's house recently.
Oh, Stavy's World, yeah.
And Stavy's World, and I was like, this shit is. Some of them are. He had I forgot that black guy's name, the black comedian, the one that's on the Daily Show.
Oh,
he had him on some Josh Johnson. And that sounds right. Yeah. He had him on, and some of the questions they were asking them were out of this world. I was like, what the fuck?
It's a good idea.
Why would you tell anyone this?
Yeah.
Why would you reveal this to people?
So yeah, I forgot to mention it. The Discord is operational. It's like I believe it's set up correctly.
How would we?
The issue is like
use the Discord for the messages. I'm just not too familiar with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
people can leave voice messages on Discord, right?
So I was thinking of like a call in proper.
Like
we would
live?
alternate. Yeah, I was thinking that we could do the snobby one, but like the issue is we would have to do like a voicemail then.
Yeah, I just forgot about it. I was just supposed to set up a Google voicemail. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, there's no way we could do it live. That would be too much. But
I don't see why. Why not?
Because live would just lead to this. I think live is not a good idea. Like, if you want to do it, then hey man,
what is not. I don't understand what the.
Because I know our fans. Someone's gonna come at me and be like, "Oh, well, N-word." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. This is we just gotta wait for this person to get their flurries of N-words out." And
we could ban them if like. What do you mean? Like it's not. We wouldn't be doing the show live. We would be. I don't think you understand. It wouldn't be a live stream.
It wouldn't be a live stream.
We would edit the best ones.
I think the voicemails would be funnier, but at the same time,
yeah. I mean, we could do that also. Like I have no issue. I don't know how to do the Google voicemail thing though.
It's very easy. You just you get a voice. You just get a number and then it just links to an existing number that you have. Like so, I would have done. I just completely forgot that we talked about that.
So we can do that. I think I was building the Discord for like dual purpose because I do want to do like call-ins on my stream as well. So I was like kind of doing it for both. But the issue is like I don't want to have a community that I have to moderate, so it wouldn't be like you would join it and there would be no like chat rooms or anything. It would literally just be for the explicit purpose of a call-in.
I see.
And you join a waiting room where you couldn't talk to anybody else. Everything would be muted because I don't want to have to deal with like moderating a community, man. It's annoying. I got other shit to do. But yeah, we'll set that up at some point. I think it's a good idea to have voicemails. I think it's a fun idea.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm down with that. Let me know what I have to do, and I'll fucking do it. I have nothing to do right now. Other than being
are you
sick
guys
and dying.
doing the calls? Oh, okay, I read that already. Yeah. So that's in the works. We're gonna do it. Be the John Brown you wish to see in this world. Department of Horror. Gay skateboard. Be like, he was a boy. He was a boy. Can I make it any more obvious? Swingdroid. Listen to Snark Tank 06 557. That's him doing a fantastic impression of Helen Keller having an orgasm.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Go watch it. Go clip it. Go share it with everybody.
Everyone.
Reignite that clip if you can. Cock cheese crumbs.
Whoa.
That's insane. 8 days sober. If you don't eat pussy from the back, you're not hungry enough. Big Boss says it isn't gay if it's in outer heaven. Goon Devil, the man without cum. Daft Spunk. Robot cock. Robot cock. Robot cock. Robot cock. Robot cock. Nice.
Pretty cool.
Cock.
I challenged the other hung T-girl to a sword fight. Most stable UE5 game is Sonic Racing Crossworlds. The dead worms in your ass. Smitchy the Kid. Bend my dick come snats. Robo Swino Vision. The Democrats are turning me trans at night. Hamster in a sock is now +5 after extensive use. Izzy, I know you're listening to this. I want my fucking dog back, you vapid Sal. Blonde-haired, green-eyed Zimbabwean man competing with the German guy for racism. Yush, William Murderface. Wild.
That guy from
what was that?
Metalocalypse, right? The bassist.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the real name of a fucking German guy. Last month I died. I almost died from pneumonia. You very well could have had a dead person in the name reads. Craig the Canadian. Micah better draw an M on her forehead for Halloween. It's your boy Shawnee D. And yes, Chris, I am a soulless ginger who's defiantly going to hell. I never know if people mean to write defiant or definite because it's such a common misspelling. And especially because it just so happens that both words tend to fit in the sentences that they change the context of them entirely, but they fit where they would go. Like he could either definitely go to hell or he could defiantly go to hell.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that was a defiant. I think that was a definitely.
Yeah, like he doesn't.
I think it's a my hunch would be definite.
Okay.
Because he is soulless, so it would be obvious he would be implicitly going to hell. There would be no
obviously.
Defiant. There would be no defiant. He has no soul. He's ginger.
Right.
He's a redheaded person.
Right.
I remember that being a thing all the time. People are like, gingers are going to hell because they have no souls, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I
never heard that until South Park.
I heard it was probably because of South Park. I heard it. Yeah. So.
Come back with me to Ireland, laddie.
That was a course to say the least.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty. I mean, it's like stay away from me, Lucky Charms.
Yeah, man.
Right?
It's almost.
I'm gonna beat my wife.
That's it.
With a beer bottle.
See,
it's interesting.
He just went back to Scottish.
Oh.
You got to sound a little bit more like that's how the Irish talk.
Okay.
Tis today, you know.
All right, let me try.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Cut.
You got to cut, print, repeat that every time you need that line. I'm never recording it again.
It's a wrap.
At Grok, is this true? That's a wrap. Come Shot Gaming, TM. My profile picture has been young Chris for 6 months and he still hasn't noticed.
Yes, he has.
I should let you know. I've noticed this for a while now.
Gotta change your name, big boy.
You gotta at least update it.
He called another man big boy, a weirdo.
I've been thinking about this Gordon Ramsay meme where he's talking to Joe Swanson about the Party Rock, and like he's mispronouncing Party Rock. Like I forgot what the scenario was completely, but they're going back and forth, and then they end up making out. It's so stupid.
Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering where it was gonna go.
Hey, Gordon.
It's fucking so stupid.
I like party rock anthem.
Yeah, what does he say? He's like, it's not. He's like, it's.
Party rockers in the house tonight.
And he's like, it's not party. I forgot what. Gordon Ramsay says it wrong, and then Joe corrects him. And I don't remember what Gordon Ramsay said.
Actually, Gordon, it's
actually party rock. Like I can't.
It's
do it.
actually party rock.
Yeah,
And he's deposited.
I love the videos, the AI
Oh.
videos of Joe Swanson singing because it sounds so labored.
Yeah.
It really sounds rough. But what was
I
it?
remember it now. Gordon Ramsay says party rockers in the house tonight. Party rockers. Like if they're party rockers, I guess. Like it's just people that go to parties and rock out.
And it's like, actually, it's just party rock.
is in. And he's like, yeah, right, big boy. And like they're staring at each other. It's so fucking funny. It's so.
Do you have it? Do you think you can find it if you search?
I sure hope so. It should be easy because
I can't. It should. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay, Joe Swanson can't have that many crossovers.
yeah. I had to.
You
find
know?
it. It should be easy.
Oh!
I love his voice, dude.
That's the only way that I can do a Joe Swanson impression is if he's screaming. Oh! Let's go!
I can't do it.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
If only the Foo Fighters.
Hold on.
Did you find it?
First things first, party rockers in the house tonight, okay?
Well, actually, Gordon, it's Party Rock is.
Yeah, right. Sure it is, big boy.
That was dog shit. That was dog shit. That was fucking dog shit.
That was
dude.
so not worth it. It's crazy.
that was so absolutely worth it. I don't know what you're saying.
Actually, it's party rock is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that they use that picture. Like I've never seen the unaltered version of that photo
Yeah.
where he's like looking to the right because I've only seen it with his mouth big and his nose erased. You know what I mean? Have you seen that image?
I have not seen that version of it. That's what I'm like.
Oh
when he's
man,
talking-
it's the only one I'm familiar with. It's like Gordon Ramsay,
Right.
Gordon Ramsay, no nose, I guess. Yeah, here it is. Wait, so this is a really
Fire. You
suspicious.
can't tell me this isn't a good image right here.
That image is great. I'm just saying. So click the link I just put in the chat. So this is I've never seen the unaltered version of this.
Okay, let me see.
Anyway, if you Google Gordon Ramsay no nose, you'll find it immediately.
That was so terrible, Derek. I'm really mad about that. That really fucking. That made me sicker. I'm dying now.
Did you guys
I
see
went
the
from
video?
sick to
Derek,
dying now.
Derek, did you see the video I sent in our group chat about the guy making his dating profile?
Yeah, and he fucking his Valorant fucking is like
He's just, yeah.
That was unnecessary, though. I think it was a little bit of a wind up.
Him calling him the hard R at the end is kind of unnecessary, but like I thought,
Yeah,
the escalation, the immediate escalation.
it was
Right.
a bit of a wind up. Swing.
But I was like,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah. Some people, man.
don't put your epic gameplay in your dating profile.
Nah, do that. Do like if that's you, that's
Like,
you. Don't
This
listen to
guy's
these
also
guys.
wearing like I don't know if it was Hello Kitty or whatever. He was wearing a mask and has like a kitty thing on it. And then he what was the
that's-
first the gun from Persona.
Yeah, Persona. Yeah,
And then
If
He's
that's you, that's you. Because you're gonna find a girl with that. Don't listen to these guys. If that's
you gotta
you,
clean
that's
it up
you.
just a little bit, man.
you introduce these. Look, I'm not saying you lie and like miss.
Nah,
What's the misportray? That can't be the word.
Nah,
what the fuck would miss?
You
Don't.
can downplay,
I
obfuscate.
can't remember the word. Don't present yourself in a false way. Don't make shit up, right? But there are certain things that I think maybe you bring up during the first date, but like get in the door first at the very least. Because like I gotta be honest with you, if there was a girl on a dating profile and she had like Halo clips as as like one of her fucking things, I'd be like, I don't know, man. Because I wouldn't even do that. You know what I mean? Like that's a level of like obsession about something that I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think like let's put it this way: JoJo loves like watching. She watches these people on YouTube.
She loves watching dogs
die,
like slowly, like on TikTok Live. She watches. She follows this account. This is important. She follows an account called "The Light Leaving a Dog."
Yep.
It's called the light leaving a dog. One word. Mm-hmm. It's a live TikTok account that JoJo just kind of peruses, and it's dogs being drowned and like choked slowly until the light fades from their eyes.
Yep.
And JoJo, she sends me these all the time. I never respond. I kind of hope that she gets it. She gets the signal I'm putting out where it's like, I don't want to see this really. Like I make sure that it's read receipts on, so she knows I see it and I don't respond.
Yeah.
But that's what he was going to say.
That's absolutely what I was going to say.
But she wouldn't put a dog dying on her dating profile.
Would not. If she would have done that scenario that I definitely was going to say, there's no way I would not. This wouldn't be a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But like, yeah. I have nothing else to say. That was exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That was a
Listen to
THE
by will.i.am for an absolute gold mine of the hardest, stupidest bars of all time. If only the Foo Fighters won against the Foo, we wouldn't be on this mess.
I think that's
yeah, man. They've been fighting Foo for a while, and it doesn't seem like they're winning. Yeah, I would actually argue that maybe Foo has gotten a couple of good licks in with was it Dave Grohl cheating or whatever?
Yeah, and
on his wife,
their drummer dying. So
when did that happen?
Wasn't that like 2 years ago or something?
I don't remember.
Yeah, their drummer like overdosed.
Oh, that's right. And that was crazy because his first name was Overdosey, the drummer, and that was a whole thing. It's like I can't believe Overdosey
Jones, and he just
Overdosey Jones, the classic, the famous drummer from the Foo Fighter, Overdosey Jones. Harassment is not a joke. Bullyhunters.org. Fumbled a 6'3" trans girl. Should I kill myself? She would likely think like Charlie Kirk is a moderate because her husband is a crystal fascist by comparison. Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. I'm dicking up some male vibrations.
Nice.
He's giving me the dick I crave, sons.
Not bad. Suck it.
I'm dicking
I don't know that song other than the fucking chorus. I have no idea what Marky Mark says in that song at all.
I want to do Sabotage, but it's Suck a Cock.
Suck a cock.
Come on now, I'm a sucker cock.
I'm gonna send it to who really likes them. Who's the guy that always has the sun flares? What's his name? J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams is apparently like, obsessed with the Beastie Boys. So we'll make that. Hey man, what do you think?
Dick's penis. That's what the scene is.
Loving the Beastie Boys is crazy.
I mean, J.J. Abrams, it makes sense.
Like liking them. I respect liking them because I actually like them to a degree. But loving them is
that's what when you think of like J.J. Abrams as a person, I'm like, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a fucking nerd that would love the Beastie Boys, and so I'm like,
Abrams.
I want to know what good movies he's made. I feel like I haven't seen a good movie by him, and I'm like, what has he made? That's
good. That's a good question.
Everybody loves him so much.
That's very Star Trek movie. I don't. He made the Star Trek movies. He made. I haven't seen any of them, so I don't even know if
I saw them.
The first one's good.
I liked the second one too. I think I remember liking it. It was completely different, right? Ricardo Montalban and fucking who's the alien? The Benedict Cumberbatch are completely different people. Yeah. But I think honestly, like I'm gonna be honest. Of course, Star Trek people would be mad at me, but like that shit's funny to me. I can't take Ricardo Montalban seriously at all as Khan. Like it's fun, but it's like it's just funny to me. Like I'm giggling under my breath, or I'm like, look at this nigga, look at this guy. It's fantastic though. Like in that way, in a very unserious way, and I think Star Trek fans would be kind of mad at me saying that.
Did you guys see that they're rebooting fucking Austin Powers? Actually,
Stop. If you're doing that jokey bullshit like you do,
no. They're rebooting. It shouldn't be surprising to anybody, but like they're rebooting fucking Austin Powers.
It can't work. It's not like the Naked Gun where you just got to have an old person doing dumb shit. They're probably thinking, oh, just get dumb British guy doing dumb shit. It's like, that was so lightning in a bottle, dude.
Yeah.
Especially since
Austin
007
Powers.
was really popular around that time. Pierce Brosnan, I think his character was popping off like GoldenEye and all that shit. It made sense. It doesn't make sense now. You're not going to do Fat Bastard. You're not going to do Mini Me. Like, that shit can't be replicated. The characters are really important in that. That's you're serious? Wow.
I'm dead serious.
Damn.
Do you know the actor they have attached to it?
Who?
I want you to guess.
Okay. Oh no.
Is it Tom Holland?
No.
No, it's not Tom Holland.
No, it's
Thank
not.
God.
It's not the guy that just went to the Riyadh Comedy Festival. It's that fucking with the big penis. I literally forgot his name right now.
No,
It's not him. What's his name? I forgot his name.
I forgot his name also.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I can't believe I forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's driving me nuts. Somebody, Kingston. I don't know why I'm asking you, but
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know British people.
No, he's not British.
So
I was just thinking of a comedian. They're gonna get a comedian to do it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Samberg.
I don't know who.
So here's the guy. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Andrew Schulz.
Yo, finish the name so we can get out of here, bro.
Get a bucket and a mop for this bust ass artery. Obi-Wan should blow me. Charlie Kirk lost a gun debate. Kremlin to Kremlin. Can Sweetie go on a calorie deficit, please? Chris is in the top 5 workers of all time. Jason Voorhees.
Dude, that guy that I was thinking of would be better. Why can't I remember his name? Come on, he does SNL. He's the SNL guy with the tattoos. And he dated Kim Kardashian. Sweeney?
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. Listen, we went to the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah. Pete Davidson actually plays Fat Bastard in it.
That's you're just trying to see now you're bullshitting. See now you're just
the whole thing
now
is
you're
fake.
just-
This whole
so you were just bullshitting again.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I really don't like when you do that sometimes. Because then it's just like, oh, you're just like, it's like I have a friend that I grew up with that does that shit, and like he doesn't realize how fucking annoying that shit is. Like he's like, oh, I thought it was funny, and I'm like, all right,
I like it.
exactly.
It's in honor of it being Halloween month of October.
Fucking twat.
You guys should do a home. This is Homoween. I think it's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Wage 583. Trans Tucker Carlson, more like Tucker Carlson. Papini Brothers presents Crash Course Cybertron History: Rise of the Decepticons. Donk Donkerson. Pumped Up Dicks by the Figure the Peephole or Peehole. Mason the Metalhead sang Radioactive at karaoke. That's what I want to see. I want people singing Radioactive at karaoke, but I want them to go to a karaoke bar with nobody that knows them.
Yeah.
I want you to go alone and raw dog karaoke session in a crew of strangers and sing Radioactive, and I want it recorded.
By the way, is that the one? Is it Mason the Metalhead? Is that what the name was?
Sure. Yeah.
I've seen that username before. I've seen it around, so I'm gonna look because I'm like, if that shit fucking exists, I need to see it.
I think his name was in the Epstein files. I think is what.
That's what it was.
That's where I saw it.
Right.
Mason the Metalhead. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say that because he's a patron and we're supposed to protect our patrons, but I just thought it was funny. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know what was going on the island. I think it's possible.
Could have
Maybe
been
there was a janitor
fishing
there
or something.
Could have been fishing. I hear Little St. James's love.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy.
aside from all the crime, aside from the Epstein stuff, I think he's doing a pretty good job.
All right.
Why, PP? Why does Trump say black with an uppercase L? He does.
Black.
I was really black. I was really close to self-forever sleep last week. If I ever do it, just zero my bank account into this Patreon. Fat Ann, lesbian cunt, evil edition. Charlie Merck, the JK and JK Rowling is short for gigantic cunt. John Strickland, Merck's 1889. Fuck around the rag, call that cock-staining cunt. The First Church of Keith David, now sponsored by Chris Fucks Burgers. Charlie Kirk, the second coming of Bambi's mom.
So stupid.
Wild. That's a wild one.
Wild.
They should remake Bambi with Charlie.
Yeah.
That is
I like
crazy.
But he's still in the shape of a deer. So
I like that. I like that a lot.
So he's got really
wild.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Somebody work on a Sora. Charlie Kirk is a deer.
You know what?
Blake 896.
I think my first Sora video will be Sweeney getting stomped out. You know, I think that would be a fun.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I think my first video is gonna be my friend getting murdered.
Like I never thought about like using it for anything.
You fucking stupid slut. Fuck you.
I had no
Fuck
reason to
you,
use. I was like, I can't
bitch.
think of anything, but you know that would be fucking.
You fucking whore. Fuck
People
you.
holding you, they're holding your arms, and they're just working your body.
Just stomping me flat, dog.
Kingston, what is that behind you to the right?
I don't know. A pillow?
What's that behind you to the left?
A bed?
No, to the left. You don't see it?
No.
Look to your left. You don't see that? We got him. We got the AI scan.
We got it. You're completely.
So now we can put Kingston into anything. We can put Kingston into any video we want now because he did that.
I will
he did
sue you guys for so much for no reason.
I will unsue us.
Oh.
How about that? That's
wow, Chris.
I learned that
Chris.
I learned that you could just do that, by the way. I didn't know about that. My friend
sues a lot.
My friend
Jeffrey sues a lot.
Jeffrey sues a lot. That's his nickname. His real last name is, you could probably guess. But he knows a lot.
It ends with Berg.
His name's Bergstein, actually.
Oh my god!
Ouch!
It's quite nuts.
That's the kind of name that I'd hear and I'd be like, I want nothing to do with you. Just stay away from me.
Anyway, young fly on the track. I got Lockjaw doing graveyard shifts at the Dick Sucking Factory, and all I got was Lockjaw, as previously mentioned. Absolute Snark tanks Chris is half black. Pete Davidson's dad rolling in his grave after seeing his son take that Riyadh money. Das Goopy. That must be crazy, right? Like if you're Pete Davidson's dad and ghosts are real and you see that, you got to be like, dude,
what the fuck?
Bare
Come
minimum,
on, dude.
Bare minimum would be to not to take money from the Saudi Arabian government. That's like a bare minimum thing. I couldn't even count on you to not do that.
Yeah.
What makes it crazy
God
is that
damn.
like what makes it insane is that like
so much
they
money.
could have just looked into it. They could have just looked into it a little bit and be like, maybe not.
Dude,
like,
they saw the zeros and they were like, nope.
Nothing matters other than that.
And to be honest, look, man, for that, maybe not for that as much money as they got, because I feel like a lot of them got, compared to what they sold out, I feel like a lot of them got shafted.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you would like, if you're going to sell your entire moral compass and essentially ruin your ability to speak on anything for the rest of your life, fine. But like, that better be like many millions.
Yeah.
You know, the idea that people were doing it for like 300K is crazy.
It's really weird. It makes me think that the only thing I can think of is I'm like, all right, motherfuckers are like maybe swimming in back taxes or something, and this will just set them straight. Because I'm like, what are you doing? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, Das Goopy. Making gay parodies of songs that don't exist to make them unreadable. I'm going to resurrect. It's just writing gay songs. Then this is. That's you're just writing gay material at that point. I'm going to resurrect Charlie Kirk as a gay zombie with a permanent hard cock, like the scene where RoboCop is lungs but boner. Young Colin shoving his head into animatronic Sween's mouth and slamming it shut. Nancy Pelosi versus Camel Toe Harris. Nikki Ziggy. If you guys had minions, it would be the Spy Kids' thumbs, except made of dicks. You're right.
Real
I would
shit.
never even argue this. Guy watching Chris's stream and eating ketchup off a plate by hand. Psi, or PSI, which stands for piss per square inch.
Oh. It does it?
Nice. No, I mean it's completely wrong. It's also not accurate in the way that you would even say that. It would be PPSI, I guess. But you know, I come on toys just in case Toy Story is real. Good advice. If you
Imagine being that
come,
shit of a person.
just in case my toys love me and care about me, like I'm gonna come all over them and make them
I'm gonna bust in Bo Peep's face often.
So crazy.
There is a level of that though, where like if you do that. So here's the thing. Let's say this is real. Let's say Toy Story is real. Is it real? Toy Story is real, and it has, you know, it does happen, and you come on these toys, and there's, let's say there.
I'm listening.
Now, let's say one of your toys goes missing, and there's no way you could have done it. You don't have a sibling. You don't like. There's, you know, for a fact, there's no way. That kind of implies that the rest of the toys are okay with it, or like maybe even kind of
Turned on by it.
ecstatic about it.
I don't like
You
this
know?
conversation.
Why don't you like it? Do you
I don't want to talk about coming on toys.
you don't think it's a valid conversation to have?
I mean, it's a conversation for sure.
Do toys fuck? That's what I want to know.
Why don't you feel that this is a valid avenue of conversation?
I didn't say it wasn't valid. I said it's a conversation.
Right, but let me explain. Your toys are into it in this
Okay.
scenario.
Okay, good for them.
What do you feel about them now?
I'm not gonna answer this question. I'll plead the fifth.
Okay. It's mega suspicious of you to do.
Yeah, it is.
Sweeney TM by Madrigal Electromotive. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Who's New York Nick? Ethereum needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3. Pro Jirian Hunter. Nafram. And rounding out our list, as always, it's the king of haphazard. Imagine that. At the end of the list yet again. That's really the top of the list if you think about it.
Technically, yeah.
Our goat.
It is.
Top of the list, end of the read.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's our goat.
Yeah, that's our goat right there, the king of haphazard. That's our
Right.
goat.
I'm gonna go
right
come. I'm gonna go come on some toys.
there. Okay, have fun. Yeah,
That
sounds like
we'll
a
see you
good
next
idea.
time. Sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go bust in Son Goku's face.
I'm gonna go to a
That's
Goodwill.
crazy.
I'm gonna go to a Goodwill and go to the toy section. Just completely lose it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to the show. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, do all that shit. Share if you want. I also encourage, if you think things are funny, make clips. You know,
Please do.
I think it's cool. There's a guy, Douchebag the Legendary, who does it.
Someone just
does it
made a
pretty
YouTube
consistently.
poop for us, which I have yet to watch it fully because I saw it like right before I went to sleep.
I saw a little bit of it, and it made me laugh. I didn't watch the full thing because I wanted to save the rest
Taco
of it for
with
later.
a K, so TACKO 2D made it. If you want to check it out on YouTube, and appreciate that because I mean, I love YouTube poops.
Dude, YouTube. If people want to make YouTube poofs of us, oh my god,
That's
3,000 times blessing.
that's fucking mecca.
Because that one was pretty good.
Like,
Like, that was, or at least the beginning of it was pretty good. I haven't
Yeah, I'm
finished
excited to see it.
it. But
the YouTube poop
patreon.com/SnarkTank, SnarkTank.shop.
was crazy. The live action one. You guys like, well,
Oh, the fucking that
the Italian
oh
guy.
my god, I forgot his name. Jimmy Johnson.
Oh
or
yeah, the
whatever.
guy who was doing it. The guy who was doing the voice, like like looping himself in live action.
Oh, that guy.
That
Oh,
is
that
the-
Problema.
That is the end of comedy. That
It
is
is
the
good.
end. That is the end. Of
Shut
Shut up.
fucking insane. That was the wildest video I've seen in a while. But anyway, yeah. Patreon.com/SnarkTank. Go over there. Subscribe to the channel if you want. Leave us nice reviews on iTunes and all the podcast platforms. We'll see you next time. Bye.